There are some skills that you need to acquire. One, of course, you are developing yourselves, okay? These are the things that employers and industrialists, these are the things that they need. Even you as an individual, when you're on your own, you can decide to establish yourself and say, okay, I'm not going to work under anybody. I want to work for myself. And use the knowledge of research and that postgraduate study that you have. Of course, it's time management. For example, my previous student, I would say that my postgraduate, look, give me a Gantt chart. Provide me a Gantt chart. How do you want to go about your program? Okay, you have 4 semesters to spend. Okay, your coursework is within social period. Okay, when are we having our topic? Okay, you need to give me your problem. Okay, when are we doing this? When are we doing that? When are you entering the lab? Result must be ready at this time. This must be ready. So it teaches you time management. Of course, it teaches how to get yourself organized. You set your priority, then you have deadline management and all of those things. Now, yes, we have talked about postgraduate studies. There are challenges that researchers are, especially in this country. Why am I marrying Nigeria? Because I know this is our base. Is that not it? So, yes, you want to undergo research. You want to develop new ideas. You want to bring innovative ideas. You want to undergo postgraduate. There are challenges. I put it, I say finances is one. Then aging and timing. And that's why at this point, you see, if you are still young, those of you that are just graduating now, I will advise, if you have the mind of going for your postgraduate study, which is quite advisable to do, please just go with your young brain, sharp brain. You see, when you are getting older and getting married, there are so many responsibilities. Wife is there, children are there. You now think, I beg. Let me just take care of my family first. My wife must eat, my children must eat. Is that not it? So it's better use that young brain, that sound brain to go for. Then time is also very, because if time is going, you may not be interested in it. Again, finances is a key major thing. Now, of course, especially those of us that are doing experimental, even if you are not even doing experimental, if you are the one that goes to field, you have your questionnaire, you do some field survey and all of these things, lo and behold, you need money. And it's not all that easy. A student of mine, in fact, I love that student. In fact, very hardworking. But you know, we have this financial challenge now because we have to. We use RATs in doing some of our, and of course, we have done, and all these chemicals are actually expensive. We all know that. So those of us in science, we know that. How do we go about it? So we have to find a means. We have to be looking for means of, to have a breakthrough financially. Now, what I was saying, of course, you can apply. There are so many supports. These are just few out of many. Okay? So you can write proposals. This is, if I'm going to stop at this junction, it's very important. You can write proposals. Okay? We have them for online. There are links that you can get online that can give you all these opportunities. In fact, you can be that scholar. All this Commonwealth scholarship is there for us. The opportunity is there for us. It's just for you to launch into it. Then, if you will see the essence of a mentorship now, because it's not something you can do. And if you are just coming fresh as an undergraduate, you need somebody that is experienced, am I right? To tutor you, to tell you this is how to go about it. So, these are examples. So, how do you prepare? Of course, you prepare for your future. It's very important. Proactively. Underline the word proactively. You see, prepare for the future proactively. As you are young like this, prepare for it. Don't say, it's when I'm done with NYC, when I'm done with this, when I'm done with that. Let me tell you, even all these scholarships that we are talking about, a lot of people are also looking for scholarship. You are not the only one. It's highly competitive. Am I right? So as you are looking for it, others also are looking for it. So it's highly competitive. So if you don't write your, in fact, there's something we call SOP, statement of purpose. If you are to apply for scholarship, statement of purpose is key. And you do young, improve yourself with so many skills in your area. Am I communicating? Please, skills, there are skills requirements. There are skills that you should equip yourself with. It's not beyond what you are taught in class. The one you are taught in class is just a basic, it's just like an introduction. I said it, some of you were learning the other time when I said it's just like primary school. Yes, and I mean it. So you need to equip yourself. So, researchers should establish a clear area of expertise. You must by now, your lecturers have been teaching you, okay, which area do you really like? Try as much as possible to define, to establish, okay? Then develop through consistent focus on specific themes or problems. You might have seen a lot of problems, you might be interested in a problem or the other, so it's very important. As a researcher, professional visibility is increasingly important. Please put yourself on LinkedIn. Let people see you there. It's very important. So all these things, your professional branding will demonstrate your competence. People will know you. So when you put yourself in all of this, people will see whom you are and what you are capable of doing and what you've been doing. And of course, if you're able to have published articles, people will see your works there. So establishing a digital is very important. Share your publications, your presentations, whatever you are doing, even beyond, even if you have not even published anything at all. But if you have maybe if you have certain skills, put it on the LinkedIn. Let people know who you are. Okay, it's very important. So, and I want to say this, please. Also, beyond your certificate or postgraduate education, again, we have some professional courses that you can go. I will. Let me shock you. As I'm still undergoing some professional courses. You will ask me, what do I need it for? I still did one last week. I had to take an excuse from a meeting. I said, sorry, sir, Oga, please allow me. I took my system there. I went for that training. I need that certificate. I was just telling my husband, I said, look, sir, it seems maybe after some time, let me just settle. I have to go and do some masters again, another masters. You will ask me, say, what am I? My brother is saying, so what do I need it for? Yes, there is it for us to improve and increase. Okay? So it's very important. So combining postgraduate education with industry certification, it will improve your employability. So skills, professionally, there are some professional certificates that you need. When you now combine with your postgraduate, you have your masters, and that's why now the industrialists, now you know they are doing professional master and professional PhD. Do you know that? They don't, of course, those of us now, we have academic masters, academic PhD, we have professional masters, professional PhD. The people in industries, so they are also coming back to do all of these things because they want to improve on their practices, even in the industry. It's very important. So, the role of mentorship, I said it at the time, I'm rounding up. Mentorship is a powerful tool you cannot but do away with for professional growth. Please identify a mentor in your area. Identify a mentor in your. It's very important because if you don't, you cannot just be coming up and say, I know everything. Am I communicating? You cannot, so it's very important. So what does mentors do? They provide guidance, encouragement, of course, knowledge, practical advice, and all of this. That's what they're going to give you. So mentoring relationship help individuals to avoid mistakes and navigate challenges. The challenges your mentor have passed through, you will not be able to do that because he already knows, oh, this is a problem, the mistake I made in my time. I will not allow my mentee to make such kind of mistake. Also, international collaboration. Try as much as possible to go for conferences. Hello? Yes. It will help you. Even if you cannot join, it's good to go physically. But if in Paravesh you cannot even physically join online, attend conferences. It will promote knowledge exchange. Talk to people. Even if you are not presenting any there, if you don't have anything, just go. What are they even doing there? Let me go and see. Have a knowledge exchange. Okay? Innovation, so it will bring so many changes to your life. Okay? Examples of this include Horizon Europe. In fact, Horizon Europe is a link between the Nigeria, okay, our African countries, and Europe. We have African Research Institute Alliance. International University, we have all of them there. Please make sure you join all of this. So, thriving and evolving world. Success is not determined by the amount of information a person possesses. Greater value comes from converting your knowledge into insight. That thing that you think you know, convert it to insight, turning your insight into action, creating meaningful impact through action. Embrace lifelong learning. You see, nobody's about learning. If you are 70 years, continue learning, provided you can still breathe. If you are 80 years, continue learning, provided you are still alive. So, adapt to technological and societal changes. Develop both technical and woman-centered skills. Engage in research and innovation is very important. Then commit to continuous personal and professional development. Focus on meaningful impact through knowledge and action. So these are your key takeaways. The future is shaped through intentional efforts. Research drives progress. If you don't research, no progress. And that is why Nigeria is backward. because we are not researching, because we did not place value on research. So research drives progress. Education prepares individual for opportunities and challenges ahead of you. There are so many opportunities. Even in this country, there are so many opportunities within and outside the country. So if you undergo postgraduate education, is going to help you. And leadership will provide direction. Continuous learning ensures long-term relevance and success. So if you want to be relevant in your generation, if you want to succeed, please do continuous learning. In conclusion, the future does not simply happen. It is shaped by research, strengthened through education, guided by leadership, and sustained through lifelong learning. Thank you.
If you are clapping, you can do that better. You can do that better. That was a powerful presentation by Professor Aronsiola. I said if you are clapping, you can still do better. Yes, I want to believe the applause that we are giving, well, it's not quite enough to appreciate the worth and the influence that we've received, and even the impact particularly. Thank you so much, Professor Aronsiola. Yes, that was a talk on research, postgraduate education, and the future of personal and professional development. Yeah, particularly, you know, one of the things that Professor Aronsiola has been able to do is to show us particularly the importance of education and the need to develop ourselves, right? Through research, education, and continuous learning. You know, she emphasized the point regarding the fact that learning doesn't stop until death. So that means for as long as you live, for as long as I live, we'll continue to do it. We'll continue to learn. All right. Well, before I continue, I'd like to just make welcome once again our keynote speakers that we have in this particular conference. While while we started, we should have done that earlier, but I'd like to say that it's not too late, right? It's better late than never. So I'd like to make welcome our second speaker, and that's in person of Mr. Emmanuel Owuyomi. Can we please give our hands for him? I think you can do better, because the worth of what we want to learn from them is not something so simple. If it's so simple, we could have gone to probably watch YouTube videos and take the lessons. But here we are coming to learn from people who have done the best to prepare themselves, and then to welcome, also to inculcate these learnings even in our own selves. Thank you so much. All right, Professor Aronsiola has done so well once again to teach us to continue to grow. And particularly, one of the things she has emphasized regarding research is that what we need to do is to identify a problem to make the world a better place to live in. Yes, that is the essence of research. If you're doing, looking at the word morphologically, as a linguist, it's you're searching. The word, the prefix "re" means you're doing something that's been done before in a better way to better the world. That is it. So that is particularly what she has been able to bring to us, and thankfully, every Bloomers here in this place is going to become a problem solver. And so, right, just as we've heard and we've announced in the first instance, we have a panel session and interactive session coming up. Please, if you have questions, do well to take note of them. We have our usher standing. Please give it to them. We'll be taking them after the second talk session before we continue. Thank you so much. All right, now, as we move to the second talk session, we'll be having Mr. Emmanuel Owuyomi, and they'll be teaching us on building and upscaling sustainable systems in Nigeria's challenging economy. I'm going to take that again because of those who are taking note. Now, the topic is building and upscaling sustainable systems in Nigeria's changing economy. Right, that will transition us even into talking about how to continue to thrive even in this evolving world. Right, I'll be taking the citation now because of the time. All right, meet Mr. Emmanuel Owuyomi. Emmanuel Owuyomi is a tech entrepreneur, author, academic and career coach on a mission to unlock the potential of the next generation of professionals. He's a first-class graduate of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, FUTA. Well, had they been Futurians are here, I guess they would have done better with the clapping. All right. He was recognized as the best graduating student in Southwest Nigeria. Well, that's a lot. You should do better. The best graduating student in Southwest Nigeria at the 2019 NIQS Biennial Conference, a testament to the excellence he now helps others to achieve. Now, as co-founder and CEO of ThinkTech, Emmanuel has led the development of innovative products, including the current CAXA application, SetView, and Recon.io. His entrepreneurial reach extends further into smart home automation, each venture reflecting his sharp ability to identify real problems and build purposeful solutions around them. Emmanuel's impact reaches far beyond business. Through Stellar Oasis, his mentorship initiatives, he guides students and young professionals in navigating their academic and career journeys with clarity and confidence. He's an author of Made for More, a book that distills the knowledge and strategies behind his own journey, written to others and to reach other generations. At the heart of everything, Emmanuel does a deep commitment to growth, helping people become the best version of themselves while continuously becoming a better version of himself. And without further ado, I would like us to make welcome Mr. Emmanuel Oyomi as he takes his session. Thank you so much, sir.
I hope that clapping is not for me, it's for God, right? Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here in your midst. And I trust you have been having a great time. And by extension, or shall I make it clear, I am Owoyemi, not Owoyomi. Somebody say money fits me. Okay. I'm so elated to be here today. I think I was telling mommy and daddy that the last time I was here was 2018 or 2019, right? While I was doing IT inside OAU. It's so, me saying, everything that has happened here is a testament to the fact that God is here. How many of us can attest to that fact that God is here? So I just want us just to worship God with this song. Be thou exalted, O Lord, above all heaven. Be thou exalted, O Lord, above all heaven. Let your glory be above all the earth. Let your glory be above all the earth. We are just taking it one more time. Be thou exalted, Lord. Be thou exalted, O Lord, above all heaven. Hallelujah. Be thou exalted, O Lord, above all heaven. Let your glory be above all the earth. Oh, let your glory be above all the earth. I pray God have his way in Jesus' name. So yes, I'd like to thank mommy and daddy for having me once again. As a child of a full-time pastor, you have so many daddies and mommies. If you can relate, let me see your hands up. Why are you shy now? But I miss so many daddies and mommies that I have. They are the second group that I can see that they are my parents. I've learned a lot from them. I've grown, and I was still telling my wife, maybe some days ago, yes, I'm married, in case you don't know. Oh, you can say that again. So I was telling my wife some days ago, right, that there are some people whose influence and impact in your life you cannot erase, right? And for someone like me who's, shall I say love language is act of service, I do, remember little things that some people might actually feel, hey, it's normal now. One thing I remember then was, I think I was having issues with admission at some point, and at some point I had to switch to FUTA, especially when mommy was around. So I just had to route it through her. And I remember when I was about writing POSITM, I never did tell mommy that I'm going to Akure today to go and write POSITM. I just saw her call. Emmanuel, where are you? Are you already at the CBT center? That actually touched me. And not only that, too, when I was picked, it was mom that first called me. Emmanuel, congratulations, you have been given admission. See, there are some things that is beyond. How many of us can relate to what I'm saying? You know how admission stress can be, right? You are always the person chasing, but somebody mindful and thinking about, no, that is something. And especially for the fact that in the world in which we are in, an average human is selfish. It's only about me, my family, and I. And the proof of that is when you see a picture, the first thing that comes to your mind, maybe a group picture that you actually took with your friends, the first thing that comes to your mind is what? Where I am. Where am I in the picture? How was I looking? Am I right? So tell your neighbor you are selfish. Oh, you can see you are scared. So am I saying all of this is just to appreciate them? And please let us jam our hands together for them. And for Daddy, I think at some point I overheard that Daddy was one championing the fact that let him build this Kaksa up now. It's not like he's asking us for money. So that means that he saw something in us that these guys can do it. So it's a thing for you to have an idea. It's a thing for you to see people that believe in that idea. And when you see them, don't take them for granted. Tell your neighbor, don't take them for granted. I'm still going to come there by God's grace. And the apostle that called me, right? Some people in their honor work is going to shock you. The way this man just honor God's grace in my life, I didn't even, as a point, I was just like, guy, wait till self you carry. But I so much honor you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please let us celebrate God in his life and mommy's life. And I know that Azumi Kaksa is actually giving bishopric position. He would have maybe taken, maybe times 2 or times 3. So let me just get started, right, into what we have today. And I trust we're going to have a great time. So when I saw this topic, one thing that came to me is, this is sounding like a thesis topic. And mommy has forced between that, guy, when are you going to do your postgraduate? And I was like, this postgraduate, I don't like academics. Let me just do my thing, right? But yet again, I've collected some grass juice today again. They said that we have BSc, we are what? We are in primary school. I'm not the one that said it though. But maybe I'm happy to be in primary school then. Okay, so the topic says, building and upscaling sustainable systems in Nigeria changing economy. And by much of chance, where is Joshua Komolafe? That emoji is actually doing. Oh, wow. I celebrate grace. Please let us jam our hands together for God in his life. And please, when my minutes remain, maybe 7 minutes, please let me know. Okay, so let's just get started. And apologies. I tried designing a slide, but it's not giving. I just like, let's just make this thing interact. Let's just talk, brother to brother, man to man. So, and at some point, if it's now looking as if I'm coming for you, so sorry. What I'll be sharing today are personal principles that I work with and things that I have been opportune, I've been able to share with some persons that has also worked for them. And I hope we are good with that, right? So please, don't mind me. So, the topic actually talks about the evolving nature of the times in which we are in. And I think Mommy has actually done a lot of justice to that when she was mentioning NITEL. And I know, if you actually know about NITEL, I think we should be coming for your third, naming ceremony of your child, if I'm right about that, if you know about NITEL. Yeah. So, that's to tell us that change is actually constant, right? We are evolving. It's not about now that you are getting to hear about AI, that you should not be scared. My job, they have collected it, especially if you're a writer, if you're a photographer. Your clients now, they are not even coming to reach out to you. And I think of recent, people are now complaining about, the designs that ChatGPT is doing, because it's now generic, it's shouting at everybody's face, but whether you like it or not, it has collected some people's job, right? And that's to tell us that things are changing. I remember also that maybe when I was in secondary school, going to university, there are 3 major careers that our parents knows. How many of us can tell me the first one? Medicine, right? Second one? I'm not your second one? Law, lawyer. Third one? God bless you. Jam your hands together for yourself. Wow, jam your hands together for yourself. So that's to tell us, if you are not doing those 3, it's either you are being given, there's something like, oh, I am studying, they gave me, right? You actually had maybe 40 over 100. Okay, for me 40. But when you get 100, so, times has changed. Gone are the days whereby, when you just hear about lawyers, wow, I feel like, maybe I should be in your shoe or something like that. But this is not to downgrade those professions. This is just to be sincere about the realities of our current world. I can tell you there are lawyers that are collecting 15,000 salary per month. I have a doctor friend, right? Because one of the greatest things that I believe, part of the greatest things that in which I believe my parents actually did for me, is to allow me go to one of the best secondary schools in Nigeria, right? Which is Federal Government College, Ilorin. So there, I was able to mix with a lot of people, son of governors, son of senators, and the likes. So I have this friend, right? He's very, very brilliant. He actually won Olympiad, competition, cowbell, just name it. He studied medicine in Ilorin. And I think he came to Lagos one time like that, maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And he was telling me about the realities facing doctors, right, in Nigeria. This guy told me that the hospital in which he's currently working pays him 150,000 naira. Silence. And I can tell you for free, this guy is very, very brilliant, right? Now he's back in, I think Ilorin, maybe teaching hospital or something like that, Ilorin teaching hospital. And a lot of times this guy still rants, oh, there's no light there. Hello? Okay, thank you. So that's to tell us about the realities of the systems, the reality of the times in which we are in. And this is not to downgrade any profession, right? This is not to downgrade any, because of course, there are engineers working in IOCs that are earning. You don't even want to imagine what they are earning. Imagine, I think graduate training is even earning maybe close to like 30 million in a year. You don't even want to think about it, because if you start thinking about it, no be me send you. Right? So, but one of the things that should stand out for us, that should not make us fear, right? Because I think a lot of people are now scared. Is about to take my job. What am I going to do about my life? Is that problem no they finish? Tell your neighbor, problem no they finish. You are not saying it with confidence. Problem no they finish. So, if problem doesn't gives you a leverage. Because, name it, oh, Nigeria is corrupt, banditry everywhere. Yes, we agree. Who told you that US is safe? Somebody will just wake up from his house, just carry gun, just give it to one person, wow. Is that what you call safety? Russia can just wake up one day and just say that, Ukraine is enjoying so much peace, let me come after them. And let us even leave all those ones. Let us leave rumors of war and all of likes. There are so many diseases that we have around in the world now that if God can give you the wisdom to get a cure for something like cancer or thereabouts, you're a multi-billionaire overnight. So am I saying all of these things? See, it's not a function of where you grew up. It's not a function of how you were raised. Because so many times we come up with excuses. I think I should be Adeleke koni baba mi ni. If I get lyrics from out. We start taking, these people, they have leverage. These people, I'm not disputing that. But whether you like it or not, we all have leverage. And part of that leverage is the fact that you are seated here. You went to AU and you are saying that you don't have leverage. Great effect. They are not here. Thank God. Okay, so just to tell us that whether you like it or not, you have a leverage over others. But the reason why you cannot use it is because by default, humans focus on what they don't have against what they have. You cannot use what you don't see. Yes, you can have it. And that's why at some point the scripture actually said that from the person that think he doesn't have, we shall take that in which we have and give it to another. But I pray that will not be our lot in Jesus' name. So what am I saying? Whether we like it or not, we all have leverages. And I said, the fact that you are seated here, look at what mommy just took us through. Sometimes when you're in class and some of your lecturers, they are taking you through research, you'll be like, but look at the way she has demystified it. It's a privilege. And there are two sections of people. Maybe I will just ask, maybe if there is, from both parties. How many of us believe that in Nigeria there are no jobs? How many of us believe that there are jobs? Okay, let us do it this way. If you believe that there are no jobs in Nigeria, or there are little, the jobs are not that much, can I see your hands? Please, just feel free. Why are you shy now? Feel free if you believe that there is no job in Nigeria. Oh, okay, you believe. Okay, thank you. Please come outside, man. Let us celebrate God in our life. We can do better now. You did not raise up your hand, and in your heart of hearts, you know that that's your reality. Please come outside. How many of us believe that there's a lot of jobs in Nigeria? Okay, I cannot call emoji. Apostle, we can use the anointing for another thing. How many of us believe that there are jobs in Nigeria? Please come. Let us jam our hands together for God in their lives. See, these are the two realities. Sorry, please come here. These are the two realities of everybody seated here. Some people believe that there are no jobs in Nigeria, and some believe that there are jobs in Nigeria. But I will tell you the difference. Whether I like it or not, people are changing jobs, and you will not like to imagine how they are changing jobs. But this person is actually saying the right thing. This person also is saying the right thing. But if I ask her, there are no jobs in Nigeria, what can you do about there are no jobs in Nigeria? You can create your opportunity. That's a better mindset. So, okay, we want to give them, okay, don't worry about that. So, don't worry, just wait. Maybe the question I wanted to ask, let me say it better. Some people have given government, the full right to create jobs for them. They believe that, the fact that there is no job in Nigeria is because government are not creating jobs. How many of you are with me? I don't want us to leave that chain of thought. So those people that believe that, government needs to provide jobs. It's because Nigeria is bad. It's because Tinubu is the person that is there. They have outsourced their power to change their story. Because it's no longer in their hands. It's in whose hands? Tinubu. Am I right? Are you getting what I'm trying to say? But she believes that there are job opportunities. Even if our current realities is that I don't even have a job. And like she also said, she said, I will create my job. Please, let's jam our hands together and have a seat. And at some point, when I was thinking about that, ruminating about that, God actually drew me, right, to Jacob's story. He dug a well, they covered it. He dug another well. An average Nigeria will have given up. What's the next thing? Japa. I'm not saying that Japa is bad, though. But I think I overheard the Bukwara Woshika maybe some days ago or a week ago. And she was like, every time when you are traveling out, you see Chinese coming in. You see, all of these guys coming in. What are they looking for? If there is no opportunities in Nigeria. So the question is, where are we missing it? But I pray that God is going to help us today in the name of Jesus. So today, I'm just going to be talking about 5 systems because I was told to come and talk about 5 systems. And the systems are even more than that, but just because of time, I'll just be talking about 5. And trust me, if you can leverage these 5, impossibility will become possibilities. And the first one is going to be identity operating system. Identity operating system. Then the second one is going to be person as a system. You know, in technology, we call it SaaS products, we call it software as a service, the likes of Cowrywise, that you have to interface with interfaces, Paystack and the likes. We call them software as a service. But this one, we are calling it persons as a service. That is PaaS. Then the third one is Curiosity Engine. And the fourth one I'll be talking about is Failing Forward. And the fifth one I'll be talking about is Faith. Let me go again. Identity OS. The OS is operating system, please. Then the second one is Person as a system. Then the third one is Curiosity Engine. Then the fourth one is Failing Forward. And the fifth one, okay, that's the fourth one, right? Then the fifth one is Faith. So there are some other ones, maybe, I'll just be talking about it as we go. So please, just listen attentively, and I pray God is helping us in Jesus' name. So, identity, we are starting with Identity Operating System. By virtue of chance, I started my career, as a computer engineer, maybe around 2010, and I think I did that for pretty 5 years or thereabouts. I can still do it though. So, if you get a new system, you cannot use any system without an operating system, because that is a platform in which all other things are built. You have the likes of Windows operating systems. And I know a lot of us don't know what Windows 98, Windows XP is all about, but if I mention Windows 8, Windows 10 now, I should see a lot of hands. Then we have Mac OS, you have Linux and all of the like, but don't let me just bore us with all of those jargon. An average person's problem actually stems from who they are. And it's just because I don't have time. I will have asked another question. If I walk up to you and ask you, who are you? The response of an average person will be, I am Emmanuel, I am a graphic designer, I do logos, I do this. And that is right, but it's actually wrong. Because tell me what happens to you if there is no such thing as graphic design again. Does that mean that you are not existing again? Are you with me? So that means who you are transcends what you do. Who you are is who God has made you to be. And until you discover that, you will keep struggling. A lot of people just venture into life without having a direction, without having a sense of purpose. They are just like, well, let's just do it this way. And there's something they call head mentality. Oh, it is forest that is growing today. Let's run to it. One of my friends wrote on his status, he said, stylishly, it is all crypto, the stable coins. God is watching you. At some point, they'll be like, oh, it's crypto that is the talk of the town. Let me just venture into it. Oh, it's AI now. And at the end of the day, they will keep being mid at everything across board. Because of what? They have not come to understand who they are. And what you do is actually an expression of who you are. Right? So don't let me bore us with all of those. So a man must first find who they are. And the best story in which I use, to make us understand this is, nobody understands a product more than the manufacturer. Somebody manufactures a TV, and that is why it gives you a manual to understand how you should function. So if you bought a TV now, and you go and place it in your bedroom, and you are sleeping on it, then I think we need to ask you some questions, or better take you to the nearest hospital. Yes or yes? So, as humans, we are made in God's likeness. And the best person that can tell us about who we are is who? Is who? All of us are not. Is who? I'll come and sit down now. Right? Don't worry. Me, I'm not professor. I'm just a brother like you. I'm not a pastor self. I'm just a brother like you. So, we are free to talk. And if you actually see that, wait till this brother talk, it's really fresh, can still raise your hand. I will cite you. I'll come and meet you after the service. Right? So, and that's because a lot of us, a lot of things has given us an identity that is not ours, and we have embodied it. There are things that can give you an identity, right? Your parent can give you an identity, and a good example is Jabez. Your environment can give you an identity. There are some areas in Lagos that, if they even hear that you are living in those areas, there's a way that they should even shift from you. That, they are hearing that you are living in Mush. Don't let me mention anything. But if you know, you know. But when you are living in Lekki, there's a way to say that, or you could, there's a way to say that you pride yourself. Because whether you like it or not, we all are products of influence. That's that. Another thing that also shapes the way a man sees himself are his past experiences. Maybe from your primary school up to now, you have been failing. The best outcome that has come out of you is maybe a D, maybe an E, and a F or thereabout. There's a way it conditions your mind to belittle who you are. And what the Bible says about everything it created, that everything is good, or everything was good. Does that include you? Then the question is failure actually good? Because at some point also as Christians, we have come to spiritualize some things in a bid to justify our level of results. How is God's will? Am I saying that you cannot fail? Yes, we are even coming there. There is a way to fail forward, right? But if you don't come to your senses to realize that I'm working with a wrong mindset, I'm working with a wrong identity, you are just, roaming around a point, and whether you like it or not, no result will come out. Some people, they actually feel like, sorry, if I leave school, there's no job that is going to be waiting for me. I remember then that a brother walked up to me while I was about leaving school. He said, Emmanuel, man, to primary school, I was just smiling. Because during my NYSC, the first week, I did 2 interviews. During my NYSC, while I was in camp. And when I finished camp, I got the 2 jobs. Not as an entry role, as associate. So while I was collecting alawi, I was also collecting my normal salary. But somebody in school will just be like, there's no job in Nigeria. Is it Google Tinubu? Sorry. Tinubu is the least of your worries. And if you don't come to terms with that, you are boxed. And in a life in which in our current realities, there is no box existing anywhere. The only box that exists is in your mind. That box, it has been shattered. Right? So, my question to you today is, who are you? That's the first system you need to set. If you cannot see from the lens of how God is seeing you, then all of that things that we're going to be talking about is just going to be falling on deaf ears. And how you see yourself is not far-fetched. It can just be sensed from how you talk. So let me bring it down. I am in the midst of a student, right? Every time, people just say that, oh, you lay. My question is, yes, it is true. But in this same school, we have seen people that actually graduated with 12 distinctions. I think a medical somebody or something. Am I right? Let us talk now. Am I right? So what happened? Because those are the things in which we used to justify failures and take it as a norm. And the truth is, you cannot change anything you have come to terms with as a normal thing. Because when you actually see it as an abnormal thing, like Jabez actually saw it, he actually spotted and researched into, how can I come out of this thing? And that is part of the research in which Mommy was talking about. I made a statement the other time, right? Okay, let me just give this illustration. I mean no harm. Let me give a caution first. I mean no harm. Tell your neighbor, please, that Emmanuel means no harm. When you enter a particular school, the first thing that you will hear is, Great Ife. Me, I don't have issues with that. But some people have hyped Great Ife to an essence whereby they are now so little beside the school. They have become a dwarf that they will find it difficult to conquer the school. Forgetting that greater is he that lives in what? So my problem is not that Ife is not great. Of course, Ife is great. But what do you say about yourself? So I'm telling you a principle. As you are hyping Great Ife, what is that? Greater Emmanuel. Are we on board? Did I offend anybody? Okay. I'm going somewhere. And that's because I've seen a trend. It annoys me a lot. I told my wife I'm going to share a story. In short, it's even in my book. When I came to Ife for IT at some point, she came to visit me, right? And then I was telling her, do business now. And she was like, I cannot understand that whole you lake in I'm into this. She was the VP then. Ole. I did not argue. But everybody can accept that 500 level second semester is the hardest semester in school. Am I right? Am I right? It's not like she was performing badly. I think she has been writing 2-1. What if I told you that the toughest semester on campus, she wrote her first class? And it's not like she was not having, business to deal with. In short, she was even serving in missions. Mission is easy, Abby. She was now running business with it. So what changed? The mindset. Stop hyping your problem as if you cannot find a way. See, if you have normalized that your problem is too big for you to conquer, you cannot conquer it. And a good biblical reference to that is the story of the 12 spies. Some people actually see them, they are too mighty, they are too strong for us to conquer. Some people said they are bread for us. So let me ask the question. Is OAU great to you or is bread to you? Think about it. Somebody say clock it. They are not here. Why are we trying now? Oh, is it you, Abby? Sorry. And before I leave that, the reason why you're hyping your school a lot, which I feel is so right, OAU is actually good. In short, I applied and at some point I was denied and all of that. If I tell you some things about FUTA and you imagine how we survived there, you will not believe. In 100 level, every student will do mechanical drawing. We are not using A3, we are using A2. The drawing board is like this, as big as this. And you are not doing all of this isometric drawing. You are drawing bulb, you are drawing screws, you are drawing things that are very, very demanding. Your first semester, second semester, for the 8th entry is 0 units, and you must pass it. That is not enough. Second semester, all of you will go to farm. If you are going to trek to that farm, you spend 2 hours trekking. On that farm, there's no shade. If rain falls, thereby. And finally, you don't farm in dry season now. So when do you farm? Your ridge is not one small ridge like this. It's very, very long. Second semester, you will do crop science. That one is book. They will give you one book. You must finish reading it. Your course doesn't relate to anything about it though. 300 level. You will go for what? You go for entrepreneurship. You go and learn a trade. Friday, that you actually feel, let me retire, let me go and rest. From 4 to 6 or 7, they are marking attendance. Saturday, from 10 to 5 or 10 to 6. When do you have time to read? But by God's grace, I'm trying to tell you this, that by God's grace, I served as assistant pastor, that I call vice president, prayer chord, choir chord. I was actively designing flyers. I ran 4 businesses, and it was still possible to graduate with a great, result. That's to show you that it is possible. The reason why it's not so visible to you is because you have not come to the realization that greater is He that is in you than He that is in the world. So before you can conquer the world, before you can, get over the evolving systems that is coming, changing day by day, you must have this mentality that greater is He that is in me than who? Than He that is in the world. Or greater is He that is in me than AI. Amen, somebody. Amen. And to think AI, AGI is coming, ASI is coming. So AI is still playing. So if your leg is shivering, AI, brace up. So let me just wrap up on this identity thing. If you notice that you have been working with a false identity, it's so easy for you to come out. And the best way is studying the word, reading the manuals in which God has given to you, confessing out loud. And maybe the reason why I'm saying it with this passion is because at some point I faced identity crisis in my life. I think then, what people know me as is maybe a designer in CACSA then. I was not actively designing, and when I actually jammed that thing, I feel, man, it's over. What is the next phase? But seeing what God has done in my life afterwards shows me that your lowest of lows prepares you for your highest of highs if you don't give up. So don't let me overflow that. Before I leave again, if they are saying great Jesus, 7 minutes more. If they are saying that great Ife beside you, in your heart of heart, what should you be saying? Thank you so much. Let us jam our hands together for God. So my time is up. And before my session runs up, I'll be giving a gift to everybody that attends this meeting. I want to talk about the second most important thing, right? Second most important system that we overlook. And that is people. See, the least benefit a student can get out of a school is first class BGS. That's the least benefit. And I'm very now you cannot tell me that it's not about that, guy. That's the least benefit. See, you're not going to have a chance in your life again for you to be in an environment that is hosting 50,000 people for 4 years. You will never have that chance again. So the question is, how are you making most use of it? And see, all of those SU people, they know what they are doing, no? And we just classify them that they're unserious. Baba, wake up. They have done connections. You just see them out of school like this. They are good. And you are just learning UI, UX today, products management today. I'm not saying that it is wrong. Those skills are important. But if I were to roll back the hands of time, I will not go through that route though. I just want to connect somebody that can do something for this man. And my cost will just be 10%. And my 10% is 30 million. I'm happy. I don't care. I just know that you deliver. He's going to pay. I've gotten my own cut. I've gone home. I'm smiling to the bank. You are still cracking your head. You know what soft life means? And I don't blame us. It's the way we are trained. Right? It has pros and cons. Virtually everybody seated here, we are almost get inside. If you are not almost get inside, I can say it to your raise of your hand. Pastor, I celebrate grace. Hey, Emmanuel, develop here. And it has a lot of, it has a lot of benefits. But if we don't think about how to get out of it, we'll be boxed for life. See, Jesus. He said that he had favor with God. He did not end there. And what? So who are you? I'm so sorry. You are too alone for the greatness you are trying to achieve. Nobody does great things alone. People think that, Emmanuel actually built Kaksa app alone. I'm just smiling. Behind me, there are 7 developers that we are working behind the scene. And by virtue of chance, if you have not subscribed to Kaksa app here, I'm looking at you, the side eye. After this meeting, go and subscribe. Let's jam our hands together for God. So, before I leave that place, Benjamin, that actually is my CTO, we met in the Polytechnic. He was studying estate management, I was studying court surveying, and at some point he was playing bass, I was playing keyboard. I remember then that we had a phone, maybe is it Techno? The two of us, we spoiled that phone. Well, what were you doing? We are just researching, looking for what is not lost. But by God's grace, we have built a lot of stuff together. And we know that that's just the list of what is possible. Why am I saying this? Who are you joining with? A lot of times, when we talked about mentorship, right? You have 3 important relationships that you have in your life. The upward one, mentorship, people you look up to. Oh, Jesus. This generation, I pray our ego will not injure us. We think we know it all. And someone should just know how to touch Adobe design like this. And that is why when you see the trend of design these days, there is no depth. Oko share 3 months, oti doga, oti gba freedom. Wa bambe. Because I recently saw somebody that was lamenting, no designer earns 300,000. I'm just like, just the. So, please, have mentors, like Mommy has said, coaches, and the lateral one, people in which you are going to journey together. You cannot be the best person that you just, I don't want to mingle with anybody. There is somebody for you. And please grow with people. Don't be the person that will be like, go look rich. Don't let me work with him. I'm looking for Nepo baby. You know when Lapo baby and Lapo baby actually meet? Na pressure, na poverty. And you are missing a lot of gem. Okay, imagine, if you are a friend to Tosin that Mommy mentioned, how would your life be? You are a very, very close friend with him. How would your life be? But funnily, some people will be in that same set. They will be in the same class. Oh, Jesus. I pray God grant us wisdom in Jesus' name. See, open your eyes. Don't do life alone. In Genesis, God was saying, he said that it's not good for a man to be alone. It's not a relationship advice. It's a life principle. You are too lonely. Now, Jesus. Jesus said, get disciple. So please, because if you are going to sell a good, if you are going to market a product, you need people to communicate with. You need people to negotiate with. You need people to buy from you. So work on your people relationship. And for some people, God has used them for you. Your honor work is very, very poor. You are too egocentric. And loyalty is fading off in our days. God used somebody for you, you have forgotten. I want to learn here. You just jammed the door. You've forgotten that in the Bible it says that all through the generation, that seed time will not do what? Seed time harvest will never cease. So that's why some doors will eventually close. So let me just leave it at that because I can keep talking. Okay, let me talk about collaboration. Some people, they love to be the CEO of nothing. Their bank account is just having O's. Just a single O. And for them to be part of something big, my mentor said, some people, they love to have the whole of an ant compared to a part of an elephant. You're already selling clothes. CEO of, that thing, they always vex me. Because you don't allow yourself to put in the work. See, leave the church, allow your workers to do it for you. Your shalaye is too much. Hey, senior expert strategist at the door, show me what you have to do. I graduated with OAU first class, leave the certificate, show me what you have to do. My brother, wake up. Tell your friend, wake up. Okay, so as you are looking at the upwards, work with friends. And as you are doing that also, impact people. Hey, I don't know it. When will you know something? And one thing that God taught me then is, because we have been able to hold a lot of design bootcamp, my audacity to charge more, my audacity I know design so much, did not come up till I start training people. And by God's grace, a lot of people I've trained have even become senior designers now. So that's to tell you, work more, train people right. Let me rush up. I still have 2 to 3, right? So my gift is I'll be giving my book for free to everybody. Please read it, please. I'm begging with my life, right? Okay. Curiosity. Somebody said you are not a cat. Be curious. It's only cat that curiosity will kill. If I check your Gemini now, what is there is how many stars does Ronaldo have over Messi? Shall we share any? We are in church. You are not asking important questions. Like now, I want to imagine you studying chemical engineering and mommy is living in the same house with you. What will you be doing with her? You are studying chemical engineering and mommy is your mommy. And you're having one issue in a particular course. What will you be doing? Now what will you be doing? We have any challenge? We have any challenge? What if I tell you that you have that kind of person in your room? He's AI. The foolish of all questions, ask it. I think I was having challenge learning JavaScript at some point. And when AI now came around, I said, explain JavaScript to me as if I'm a 7-year-old boy. He now started explaining codes like, if you have 7 orange in a box and this. And after a while, I got it. If I did not tell you, we know that that's how I learned it. Tell your neighbor, leverage AI. So, another thing I'd just like to talk, I need to round up now. Learn first, learn fast. The last time that you had night session that you did not sleep is because you're having CA. But now that life go, the real thing, you cannot keep on sleeping. God is helping us in Jesus' name. So, please, as you're in school, please balance things. Don't be too spiritual. I've seen friends very hot on campus, but when life actually dawned on them after school, I'm not saying that don't pray. By virtue of chance, when I was in school, I was doing 1 hour daily. Because a lot of times it is consistency over intentionality. Not like, 6 hours, daily, next time, 6 hours, next 3 weeks. Right? What am I saying? Balance. As you are doing things of the spirit, do things of the physical. Because he has given us everything we need for what? Life and godliness. And he says that Gentiles only comes to your light. And things what? To the brightness of your rising. Sorry, Keferio got tongues. Somebody say, clock it. Keferio got tongues. But if you bring up a product and say that it is God that made me, whether I like it or not, they will listen. It's only a fool that doubt proves. But you are not showing workings, and you are telling us, and Jesus is real. Let it be real also through you. And God is not bad. You are good, right? So please, the last thing I just be talking about is faith, right? The word actually stands on two legs: power, wisdom. In this generation, we love to pray 12 hours. It's good. But as you dey pray, try to study God's word. Embedded in it are wisdom. No, they use power for wetin wisdom need. And don't me, I cannot pray. I only study God's word. About yours. But what makes it balance is Christ made us understand that Jesus is the wisdom and the power of God. Somebody shout glory to God. So all of these things in which I have mentioned centers on faith, believing that God is more than able. And that's why I said, when you are hyping great, don't go and cause me that. The man said I should not shout great if you I not still talk that one. No. But in your heart of heart, ensure so, not out of heart, self. Speak it out aloud. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. And I pray that as we do this, the Lord bless us in Jesus' name. Thank you for having me. God bless you.
If you are clapping, you can do better. If you are clapping, I say you can do better. Thank you so much for that insightful teaching. That was insightful, I'd say again. Right. Once again, that was a teaching regarding sustainable development, particularly. All right. Before we delve into other things, I'd like to take the question and answers that we've received. Actually, we were planning to have the panel session, particularly, so that we would, accommodate all the questions for all the sessions at a go. But due to logistics, for our first speaker, we'd like to entertain the first question right now and take them before we proceed. One thing I'd like to say before we go into the question and answer is one thing I took, in the last speaker's speech. He said, "Curiosity kills the cat." Can we complete what he said? You are not a cat. Be curious. Go ahead, learn new things. Be curious. Yes, and I believe this is one of those things that we've come to learn here. Right? It's about you stepping out there and you getting things done for yourself. Nobody's gonna fix it for you if you don't get it fixed. So, curiosity is one of those things that will enable us to learn and then be right on our feet and getting things done. Thank you so much for that insightful teaching once again. And can we say a big thank you for him for the gift? Yes. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Alrighty, right about now we'll be taking the questions. All right. Yes, we've compiled the questions we have, and we have some of them that are very relatable. So I'll be giving the particularly to if we have responses from our other speakers, we can still welcome them. Thank you. All right, can we take the first question?
All right. This question is based on time consumption and competition. It says, how can we in the corporate world come into research world, considering the time it takes and the fact that most of these industries won't give you room for that? Did you get that? I'll take another one. So what do you say is the major difference in relating to your...
Can I be answering them?
One after the other? Or I should compile everything?
No, the first one.
The
Let
first
me quickly
one.
answer them.
All right.
Okay, that most industries may not give you opportunity to.
To learn.
Yeah, I said it the other time while I was speaking that now we have what we called professional masters, professional PhDs. So even the industries know that they need all this knowledge. So they will give room for that. They want them to progress because they want their product, they want an improve in their product. They want to sell. Of course, I said, somebody said the other time, said, how many dollars have you brought into the company? So definitely they will give room for them to go out. It's just that over the weekend, of course, most of these professional masters and PhDs are over the weekends, and they know it. Even If it's starting on Friday, even their bosses know that, okay, we are pursuing this, and the certificate will be used for them. They cannot even use it for them while at the place of their work. So most of these professional masters and PhD, they normally undergo it over the weekend. In fact, we have some industries that even sponsor them to go and do it. And for example, now there is one that is being taken at material science. There is a kind of connection between subsea engineering, subsea and the material science. So if you want to work in this offshore and onshore something, you can undergo this. So even the industry know, and they're even calling people to come and do so. It's
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so
Next
much for that.
question.
Thank you.
It says, you mentioned the issue of patent ideas original to us here in Nigeria. In a situation where an individual has an idea original to them, and maybe even did everything needed to be sure that their idea is a solution working at that to an existing problem, how then can we own our ideas and be recognized as the owner without people from other countries stealing them from us?
Thank you. And that is why when you don't publish it immediately. When you have your result, you think this is a novelty, it's a new discovery. Every institution have these intellectual property centers. OAU has one, IPPTO. I don't know, maybe you know about that. So every institution, that's why when you postgraduate studies, all these research centers are instituted in institutions, so that we have this opportunity. And of course, government knows about it too. So there is a way when you have your new discoveries, don't publish your paper immediately. Don't publish those articles, don't publish your data, don't publish your results. You keep it, take it to those, there is a protocol that you have to forms, you have to fill, what you have to do. So but every institution has a center for intellectual property.
Thank you so much for that. Can we please jam our hands for her? Thank you so much. All right, quickly, I'd like to conflate two questions. Two questions into one. The first question is, one of the importance of research is advancing knowledge, right? But why do researchers build on existing knowledge? It's not so far-fetched, but let's say. The other one is, if research starts with identifying a problem, how can one come up with a problem in one's own field?
That's very, that's very simple.
Very simple.
It's very simple. Now, the first one that you said, maybe building on existing knowledge. Yes, you see, advancing knowledge. Yeah, you can have somebody. Okay, let me use an example now. There was a research that we did. Sorry, permit me to quickly cite this example. So there's a particular leaf, and we know that this leaf, everybody takes it, it can cure diabetes and everybody. I won't mention the name now. So it's my own patent work too.
Oh, wow, wonderful.
So if you need it, you got it with morning. So we do that work, is a plant, and everybody takes that. But you see, when we did that research, okay, we realized that, yes, fine, it reduces blood sugar, blah, 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 all this, but it was causing havoc to the liver, kidney, and all those. And somebody very close to me, it affected the person, and the person died anyway. In fact, it was after his death that we realized that, Jesus, myself and my son, we were almost weeping. Because everything we saw, of course, we did some animal tests on all of this. So we realized that everything that we did on the animal test, the hematology, everything that we did, every of the tests that we did with the organs, the same thing, the man also, I said no. So in fact, now based on that, it was a knowledge. Is that not it? Yes. We build on that. I have to get another student again, that we are working on that problem to do. So there are times you have a knowledge, so an existing one. You want to build, you want to advance on that knowledge. So how do we now, there is a toxic compound, is that not it, in that leaf that is causing all those useless things to happen. So how do we go about the removal of those toxic compounds? So it's a new project now there. So we build on an existing one. Then the other one.
Okay, how can we identify a problem in one's field?
That is very simple. Of course, you know your field. I know my field. So, of course, it does essence of study. And I will advise, let's read, let's study. You see, my brother said something. You see, we're in the world of artificial intelligence, all of this, just ChatGPT, Gemini AI, just blah, blah, blah. It will help you out too. So, though you cannot, there are times I do tell people, you must have your own idea. Don't depend too much on all of that. It can assist you. So, in your field, you know what is ongoing in your field. So, you can and somebody that is that's why we talk about critical thinking, you remember the other time. So you must be able to think critically, and there's the essence even of postgraduate studies. You see, by mere passing through all these education routes, you will know, even with those courses that you are being taught, if you have vast lecturers, and they will tell you, okay, well, this is what is in existence, and currently then you yourself learn to study. You will know the problem that is in existence in those areas and be able to solve it. I think my husband wants to contribute.
Oh, great. Thank you. Can we please jam our hands for Professor Arrestia?
Well, just the two questions are just the same. Because when you want to advance knowledge, when we say research is advancing knowledge, it means that there is a foundation on which you want to build. And there is nothing you can do without a foundation. It's only God that built the entire world on water. Abi? And we don't know where the pillars of the entire earth is to today. But for human being, you must have a foundation. And what we are saying is that the past work serves as foundation. And when you read, when you see it, you now build on it. The cars of 1970s, are they like the cars that we have today? No. So, it was not because there was no car, but there were cars. But some people thought that we can make these cars more conducive. We can make them better. There was a time it was manual gear. And I remember when this automatic gear first came. You know what they call it in Nigeria? Matuaro. That the car was built for the disabled. Because they don't have a leg. So they have to just... So if you have only one leg, you will still be able to drive it. So that was the name, and people did not even want to buy it. It is auto you want to buy. Okay, if you go to the market now, how many manual are you going to see? You understand? So you are building, you are advancing knowledge. And so, Mr. Emmanuel Owoyemi told us the other time that one thing that can never finish is problem. An answer to a problem is the creation of another problem. So, when somebody has done a very good, fantastic research, excellent work, and everybody clap for him, he has been successful to solve a problem, and again, he has been successful to create another one. So, for you, you are the one that will now look at it. This thing, as beautiful, as excellent as it is, what problem is associated with this? What can I do? Then you are advancing knowledge. So, in all our fields, that is just it. Today, when you go abroad, many of the operations are not done by opening up people again. They want to take some things out of the brain. They just insert things from the nose and take out everything they want to take out without opening up anywhere. And the operations have been successful. Am I right? So, it is research. You are building, whereas in Nigeria now, you still have to put the person and take your knife and open up the individual. And so on. So, things are advancing. And the advancement will continue. So, there will always be problem. But if you read the past work, if you know what is on ground, you will know the gap that is existing, which is the problem. So, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. All right, because of our time, I guess we'll only be able to take one more question, and then we'll suspend the rest till an interactive session particularly. All right.
Okay. Ma, have you spoken with big people or big players in your industry? Why did they not partner with academia Is it because academia is doctoring results, or who is waiting for who?
Thank you. It's not that the academia are doctoral results, but it's a problem, it's government problem. And it's also one of the problems we face in our professional bodies too. There was a time I was talking to a friend of mine that is one of the executives in Nigeria Society of Engineers. I said, look, you guys, you ask us to pay our professional fees. You travel out, you do a lot of things. What are you doing? So one of the things is that our professional bodies supposed to link the academia to the industry. Then again, the government, you see, government is not helping the situation. There was a time, myself and my team, I have a research team, we saw a problem in one industry, precisely vital foam industry. I won't mention the foam industry. So we saw a problem. We decided, okay, it's fine, we can solve this problem for you, because there was a major chemical they normally import, and that chemical is highly expensive. Of course, one of my students in that company, and he said, ma, if you can get a solution to this. We went ahead, I have worked on it, we have it, so we have the solution. And we said, okay, we can offer you this, but there must be a MOU, memorandum of understanding, in between us. Look, you cannot just take my brain and take my knowledge and just get away. I need money too. You are using it for money, then again. So, but you know, we went there, they embraced it, they said this. But because the so-called MD was actually from Unilag, the guy was like, look, this thing, I want this thing to go to Alma Mater. Instead of coming, well, we told them we can have a research shop of this in OAU. Then we are ready to solve your problem. This is, if there's an MOU between us, then we give you the solution to this. We find a way of course, there will be percentages, of course. When you are getting this, then there's a percentage coming to us. But you know, this guy said, error. I will take this one to my alma mater. He took it to Unilag. And unfortunately, a member of my team, which happened to be my project student, that we did that work together, was a staff in Unilag. Truly, they took that something to Unilag, but you know, today it's failed. They could not proceed because there was no expertise. He built a building for them, but today it's just empty. Nothing is happening there in that place. So what I was saying is that the problem is with even we humans, the leaders, the government. There is no, we are selfish. Like when my brother was talking, said every human being, everybody is selfish. So and which is unlike people that are abroad, I mean in developed countries. In developed countries, it's not like that. There is a link between the industry and the academia. So government policy is not there. Policy is faulty. That's number one. Then the industries too. And that's why, I mean, most of the industries are leaving Nigeria now. They are leaving it because they cannot stand it again, even the economy and everything. So that is the problem. It's not because, of course, we might have issues of few people that may, want to, but we still have the genuine people, even in academia, that work a lot, that do this. But our government is even lead their professional leaders too. We're having issues with them. So that is one of the major problems that we are having. But over there in developed countries, the problem in industries are being solved in academics. And that's why all the scholarship you are aspiring for are being brought from industry.
Thank you so much, Ma. All right, before that session ends, actually there's this question particularly that I feel this is directed to you. And now, this is how do we balance the use of AI even when plagiarism has been checked? That's one. And then the second one is, in the situation when the country is downplaying academics and education, what is the assurance that the result of one's research would be implemented even into the government policy, wherein we have a need to solve the world problem?
Thank you. The issue of AI, AI has come to stay. There's nothing we can do about it. AI has come to stay. But there should be a guide policy guiding AI. Yes. You see, now I've seen cases of students, when you give them a work, they will never think again. And if you download AI from me, I know that it's from AI. I will tell you it's from AI. If I know the science, I know what to see. And there is a way you can even see now. Some people, there is another software again. Even it's downloaded from AI. The AI can also help them to tell them that, look, you will not get anything. It will not detect that it's from AI. But you see, that is why even we lecturers, we need to be advancing in knowledge. Yeah. As students advance, don't think you are smarter. We are also smarter than you too. Because yes, as you advance, we are also advancing. So what I will say is that there should be a check a policy guiding AI, but it has come to stay. So that's a way to guide AI. Then the second one,
Implementation of research results into
yes,
government
this
of-
implementation of results, so again, I would say, government too has a role to play. And that's why areas that we are still faulty in Nigeria, I'm sorry to say that. Most of, though we are making some efforts, for example, in OAU since last year, now there have been a lot of workshops going on, how we can translate what we have on benches to money. Yes, and that is the essence of this patenting, intellectual property, and all of this that we are talking about. So, our results, you see, you can make it to be money. Then, if you feel you have something tangible in your hand, then you can link up. There are links, there are people that you can talk to. So, talk to the appropriate people that you feel that can make sure that that data, that information turns to money for you. So it's very important. Thank you.
Can we jam our hands together for mommy? Yes, that will be all for that particular question and answer session. Thank you so much, ma. All right, I believe we are learning already. I can't get the response. Thank you so much. So yes, I believe with this knowledge, we are already becoming bloomers. Yeah, okay, quickly, for those who will be pitching their businesses, right, please, would like you to visit Mr. Favor to drop your slides with him, and you can send your slide to his phone number on 081-3304-6767. Or better still, just walk around, and it's a conference, meet with him, and then you can give him your slide. Thank you so much. Right about now, we'll be moving on to the next talk session.
All right, so we'll be going to talk session 3. That will be taken by Mr. Victor Ifeoluwa Odetayo. And the topic is leveraging data and technology as tools for innovation in an evolving world. So I'll be taking a citation. Ifeoluwa Odetayo is a civic technology practitioner and researcher based in Lagos, Nigeria. He works with Budge IT Foundation, AI and Data Unit, where he develops data-driven tools, internal automation systems, and civic technology solutions that advance fiscal transparency and open data in Nigeria. His work sits at the intersection of technology, governance, and public accountability, spanning data extraction, reporting pipelines, and web-based civic engagement product. A postgraduate student of data science and information at the University of Ibadan, Ifeoluwa brings both technical depth and media sensibility to his practice. He is connected to Nigeria's broader open data and civic tech ecosystems, including networks such as Civic Hive and OKFN Nigeria, and is passionate about using data and digital tools to strengthen democratic participation across Africa. Beyond data, he is a web developer and an AI ML. Can we celebrate Mr.
Can we jam our hands together for Mr. Victor Odetayo? Thank you so much. You're welcome, sir.
Thank
Please,
you,
like we
everybody.
said too, prepare your questions and your contributions.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. It's so good to be with everybody here again. Oh, come on, clap for yourselves. Clap for yourselves. I think I have just 40 minutes, so I love to be very timely. I'll just make sure that I don't go beyond that, all right? So, wow, it's so good to meet everyone once again. I'm not a student of OAU, and I'm not, but I was born in Ife, so I came from Ife North, so let me say I am a son of the soil as well, so I appreciate God in my life for that. And in absential, I want to appreciate all of our speakers, though I didn't meet Mommy Professor, but I met my brother, Mr. Emmanuel. So it was a very wonderful session. Please appreciate all of our speakers. All right, so thank you so much. We've heard so many things from all our, insightful speakers. What else do I have to say again? So I really don't know. Do I have much to say? I don't have anything to say again. They've all covered the ground, but
thank God for this kind of topic that was given to me, leveraging, data. And what I do basically is actually data. But first and foremost, the topic says evolving, it talks about evolution. Do you know that, what do we know about the primary function of a feather? What's the primary function of a feather, right? Flight. That was what we knew feathers for. But millions of years ago, before evolution came around, flight was not for feather. It was for insulation, to keep the animals warm. But evolution came, and then they discovered that there is more to this feather. So a combination of feather makes a wing, and then they used it as what? Flight. It is the same thing with us too. We have so many feathers that are with us that we are sitting on, that we are only using for flight alone, for insulation alone. But it can be used for what? For more. Even chickens, they don't use feathers for flight. They use it as what? A natural incubating system, where a natural artery. They use it to keep their eggs warm, and they hatch. If it takes human beings to actually build systems would replicate what God has built for them, it shows that evolution is greater than what? The existence of human. So you as humans, you as an evolving person, you as a generic, you as a natural man that is non-generic, you as somebody who has a foresight, what you think of is how to evolve in your current situation. And the first law that I quoted is the law of exaptation. Exaptation. He said one thing is built for you, but you replicated it to do it, to be built for one another, to be used for another thing else. So I'm not going to be very, very thorough like all of my speakers have really done justice to this thing, but I wanted to ask us a question. Are we evolving? And that's the big question that I've actually seen that all of our speakers have been talking about. They've talked about AI. AI has come to stay. Mr. Emmanuel has already spoken about AGI, ASI, artificial general intelligence. All of these things, AI has come to stay. Is it replacing your job? Is it replacing you? Is it going to make your work better or smarter or faster? Mommy has already even said about the discovery that some of us are hiding. She has already exposed some of the things that students are hiding underneath. Whenever you write a research using AI now, there are stealth writers that IP rewrite them to make sure that they bypass AI checkers, detectors. But now she can even know. As a matter of fact, I'm not a professor myself, but someone wrote something for me one time and I said, oh, this thing does not have a soul. It shows that I can easily detect what is an AI-generated content. What does it look like? But now say data. Why is it that data is the new gold mine that we're actually sitting on? What is data? As a matter of fact, before you conduct any academic research or any research, the first thing you do is what? Gather data from anywhere. So you browsing the internet, the cookies that you take. Thank God I'm actually a web developer before I transition, and that's the point of evolution. I couldn't stay a web developer. People want to stay vanilla JS, vanilla HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and then you stay there. I don't want to stay there. I don't want to be this person just alone. Just a few days ago, I was going through one of the AI systems that were built for our firms, and then it started hallucinating. How else can we stop the hallucination that comes with artificial intelligence? How do we stop this thing? You train with a particular data and it comes out giving you a generic data. How do we curb all these issues? Then I discovered that, okay, if we are building AI chatbots, of course, I work directly with all these programs and codes. If we are building it using Postgres, now we have Postgres. Now, if you are building it using Postgres and all of these things, we can use a different methods. Then I said, okay, and there is one thing that Mr. Emmanuel mentioned before he went. He said, faith. How does God inspire you? God said to Daniel, sorry that I'm speaking fast anyway. Can you hear me? I'm so sorry. I'm actually a teens pastor, so I don't really know how to engage with a bigger audience, a more, audience with more wisdom than I have. So please just permit me, do you understand? So, so please permit me. So the angel of the Lord came to Daniel and he said, I have come to give you skill and understanding, skill and wisdom. So I now sat down and I said, okay, Lord, what can we do sincerely? What can we do to make these things more easier for us? How do we figure out this thing? If God is, you can believe that God is actually the author of AI, automation system, put everything in place. When I discovered that automation comes from our heartbeat, it has no machine powering this thing, but it works by itself. Simply because he gave it what? The breath of life. So it means that it can control every other systems and subsystems. So everything humans will create are falling under the co-creation of what God has already created, including AI, everything, softwares. So I said, how do we go to these things? How do we make sure these things work without having going through all the data pipelines, Docker file and everything? Then the Lord just inspired me to go through N8N. And then I actually went to N8N. I said, okay, N8N is used for automation. How can I make it better? And then I started searching for myself. I took it to Claude. Claude, can we do this? And I love Claude, AIs. They would actually pamper you. They will water down your crazy idea. They will never tell you, no, you're wrong. They will help you. I knew that out of what Mr. Emmanuel said the other time, that I will still go there too, because it looks as if he actually took from all of the things that I wanted to say. Thank God I didn't use my previous slide, which is the exposure divide. When I wanted to speak at an event, it would have been almost the same thing. All right. So please appreciate our speaker again. So I was telling myself, how do we now make this thing happen? Then okay, let's go through N8N. Okay, let's use, if people write data before, we have a lot of rows. How many of us know spreadsheets, Google Sheets? We have almost 100,000 rows with about 200 rows. 200 sheets. It means that it's a very big data. There is something they call big data. So it's a very big data. I can't write this thing by myself one after the other. Then, if I want to pass it through a data pipeline, it's going to take hours. And then I stopped. What other method can I use? Let me use ingestion method. All of these things came to me directly as if it was being inspired. I actually do not know them before. Do you understand? That is where you leverage. I want to start from where he stopped. That is where you leverage your faith. The problem is that you are not actually talking to God more than you should. Even if God is saying, even up till now, you've not asked for anything. You've not asked for anything. So it means that even AGI is coming, AI is coming. Naturally, you would know. I wrote something one time. I wrote one of my article. I call it, because I don't want to sound too spiritual, so I want to sound very secular. I call it psych. P-S-Y-C-H-E, that there is knowing. I don't know how I know, but I know that I know. Has it ever happened to you before? You don't know how you know it, but you know that you know it. You don't know how you know, but you know that you know. Some people will just even boast that there is no way they put me inside an exam hall that I would not have one thing to write. How many students have said that before? Of course, it's true. Some of us wouldn't have seen it before. You wouldn't have even attended the class before, but I'm very sure that when they give you the course, you can actually say something. Courses that you don't even know about, topics you don't even know about, you might not be able to touch it in depth, but there is a knowing from above. And that's why Job, because we are in a church, see, they said there's a spirit in man, the inspiration of the Almighty makes him brilliant, it gives him understanding. It wasn't Job that was saying it, it was Heliu. We all make mistakes. He was a very young person like ourselves. He was standing at the edge of policies, at the edge of affairs. And that is one thing that happens to young people. We want to stay at the edge of invitation. We don't want to continue, delve deeper into the edge of implementation. So when it comes to policies, when Mommy was mentioning policies, somebody asked questions about policies. How do our policies get implemented? Because we are always at the edge or at the place of invitation. Or they invited you to come and talk at the World Economic Forum. Of course, you take pictures, you take Snapchat. What about the suggestions that you make? Are you a part of the system? You are only invited to be a face of the system, not as a changer of the system. It comes when you want to change systems, it comes when all of the things that you see is being implemented and you see people, you see changes. You see people taking up your ideas. Do you get what I'm saying? I hope I'm not too fast one more time. I'm trying to make sure that I don't stay out of my time. So, it now said leveraging data. Let me go back to that topic. It said leveraging data. Oh, thank you, Holy Spirit. Yeah, I was saying something before I actually went to leveraging data. Now, he said there is an inspiration from above, that comes to people. Eli was telling Job, and then he wanted to talk to him about something. And then people were looking at him like a very young guy. Is this not Ife? How old is he? I'm just a very young guy, just a postgraduate student. Who is he at the edge of affairs, at the state of affairs? But he was telling them, I know these things. There is an inspiration from above that makes me know. If you cannot tell him, I know it. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Come on, explore. Then I will go back to where data can actually help you. Because the organizers actually told me, said, this has to be very practical. Of course. I might not really know, how to explain all of these things theoretically, because I really love more of practical solutions. As a matter of fact, when people are talking about theories and all of this, I'll just sit down. look at how am I going to chart the workflow? How am I going to bring it to life? Data, the cookies that you think you get from pressing your phone, say allow cookies, allow all cookies, they are what? They are extracting little data from you. My friend, one of my friend and I, we are working on a project I don't want to talk about because I want it to actualize first before I actually see all of these things. And that is one of the very first problems that we have that mommy's mentioned here. Your faith, you made a discovery, the Holy Spirit inspired you, gave you an idea. The first thing you do is went on Instagram, you went on social media, you started bringing it out. Started telling people, the first thing you do is I want to publish the paper. Of course, before your paper, there had been 10,000 papers of the same that had come. Why not allow your ideas to materialize? Why not let it eat? Why not eat first and be full? He said, Elijah, take, eat, for the journey is what? It's very far ahead of you. So when the ideas come, first look at the people. He was mentioning, do not journey alone. Even Amos 3:3 said it. It's not an advice of relationship. Can two work together except they agree? My laptop had one problem one day and I said, you, this guy, can two work together except they agree? You have to be in agreement with me. I speak to them, I speak with them. That's why most of the time I actually give them names. I say Neptune because I love geography. I studied geography in University of Ibadan, undergraduate course. So I love all of these things about astronomy. I said, Neptune, you have to work together with me because we are in agreement. Father, Spirit, Son, embodied in one. My laptop, the Father, Spirit, Son is inside of me. We are embodied in you. So don't just hang up on me right now. Of course. Sometimes they look crazy. Yeah, you might think it's actually crazy. I know some of you might know some of my sisters, the auditiles, right? There was one day that they did something practical that I saw, right? We were talking about the power of God, the moving power of God, and we had 2 dogs then. And we named them Biggie and Susie. And one of the dogs had parvo. The first one died. And the second, my brother is here, can testify to this. The second one was almost dying. And then one of them just took it. And they started, heavy tongues. I said, okay, I think this is cool. This is cool. So it means it must start from something. Start from somewhere. Start from somewhere. You want to talk about data. Have you actually interacted with the interface of an Excel before? Of a Google Sheet before? I saw a new core member coming to our organization now, and then when I said, wow, you are a student, you are Otijade, how did you now do it with your data analysis? When you wanted to do analysis, so you mean you've not interacted with all of these things, all of this Google Sheet interface before? It looks as if we are millennials. We are not. Of course, AI is there to help. It makes your work faster. Sincerely speaking, you ask questions, but don't let it take away your intelligence. All right, it's an artificial intelligence, but you are inspired by the Almighty. AI can never get inspiration unless it is being trained by human. But you are inspired, daily loaded. He said, blessed be God who daily loads us with benefits. One of those benefits is what? Inspiration from above. Come on, clap for Jesus. It's inspiration from above. Daily inspiration. So it means you are a writer. You have a writer block on Monday. Inspiration comes on Tuesday. You have a writer block on Tuesday. Inspiration comes on Wednesday. As more as the devil keeps bringing the blocks, God keeps giving you the daily victories, daily benefits. And you channel all of these benefits. You bring them together. I learned something from Pastor Akinpelu. He said, daily victories. That's his prayer. Your daily victories will accumulate into your seasonal victory. So first, if you want to have victory, right, faith and works, your own part of it, the work of the Lord is always constant. It is automatic. It comes upon you. You see the hand of the Lord, it's upon you. I used to say it. The hand of the Lord is upon me. The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, for He has anointed me. The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, for He has anointed me. There is this song that came now and I said, most of the time I just sing it because when I'm stuck with something, God has anointed me to do great things. I do it whenever I'm stuck with quotes. God has anointed me. Then I take my time to do great things. Then He started opening channels of understanding unto me. So let's go back to your own work. Data. How do you now leverage data? Before, the foundation of every research is based on data. And AI can never have power except it has data. As a matter of fact, the devil does not even have power. The only power it has is what? The power of data, which we call information. Data is also information. Because the devil knows. And that's why he's a reporter instead. He's a reporter. He comes, he tells you the thing he has already found out from your secret. And God will be like, okay, I already know this guy. And that's why in the book of Psalms 3, he said, I have forgotten your sins in the sea of transgression, sea of forgetfulness. So data, one, data is the new gold mine. And two, you are making a mistake. If you actually, I'm not talking about just data analytics right now. I'm not talking about analytics. Everything is data. The time you wake up, the time you go to class, it is all data. I'm creating something with one of my friends who is in Canada, Marvelous. And what we want to do about the machine learning is to learn the time that people actually book a ride in their office. Because we want to do something about ride hailing. So if it learns from, there's something they call cost restriction whenever you are programming. Cost restriction is that you cannot allow your own link to fetch something from another link. There's a restriction like that. That's how easy I can actually describe it. So what we want to do is just extract a little cookie. The little cookie is that Uber, that Bolt, that InDrive extracts from you. We are going to work on it and look at the time you actually normally book a ride. And that is what we are leveraging on. So when I say leverage data, so we want to leverage on that data to now say, if we want to make our own ride hailing app to be more better, how do we do it? So you yourself, you must really be able to put in the work. Some of us here, we still want to give our final year project to an analyst outside. Of course. I didn't do that anyway. I never did that. Probably God knew that I was actually going to be in AI when Professor Amoson, he's a pastor anyway, he just saw me and said, Ife, why don't you just do you've come with a lot of topics, and that's why you have to come in alignment with people that knows about destiny and even understand your own purpose. And we have lecturers like that. They understand your own purpose. You might not know, but they see. We have lecturers, we have people like that, we have teachers like that. I remember one of my teachers in the College of Education. I went to College of Education in 2013. I graduated 2016. I went to a College of Education, and when I met one of my lecturers, he saw me at the University of Ibadan. He said, wow, so you didn't stop there. Because there is a yearning. He now started quoting the Bible for me. That was one of the Bible verses that I took in my hand. He said, Victor, look at Jesus. People came to him for 3 days, right? They were very hungry, and they had nothing to eat. Believe me sincerely, they left, they were filled up. He gave them things to eat. Even the guy that opened his own basket, his own storage to him, he went with multiplication. It means that Jesus will never leave you empty. No matter how long you stay in this place, at his feet, he will never leave you empty. In fact, he works with the data of your life. So you also look at, if you want to work with God very well, as a matter of fact, you actually have to look at God's data. How will God's sufficiency in the past, God's providence in the past, supplement for what you are looking for in the future? God's faithfulness in the past should be a testament of his continuous faithfulness for you. That is his own data. At some point in my life where God has never left me stranded. So it means that I will still never be stranded. Your strandedness can be about ideas. You don't even know about your project topic. This is the 6th time your professor is sending you back. You don't even know where to start. They are canceling it. Why not leverage on the data of the Almighty? That is the spiritual part of it. Your own physical part. Data. What we do at Budget is to look at government financial data. Somebody just came up with that idea. I never believed that idea could actually work. Imagine, we are people who want to gatekeep government expenditure. Of course, in a country where there's no accountability of any sort, it means that there will be restrictions and opposition. But somebody still came up with the fact that we must be able to track, we must be able to put governments in check. We have budget data. When governments release budget appropriation reports or bill reports, you have it about 3,000 rows. Rows. Nobody could ever actually break that down. It means that how they are actually stealing money comes from what? Data start padding. So projects that are there in 2024 is still being carried over into 2025, still being carried over into 2026. And that is what somebody just got inspired and said, let us track this kind of thing. And when he tracked it, he worked with people. They started working with Luminate, Gates Foundation, Mercator Foundation. He started doing all this, and they gave him grants. Some of us have various ideas about data. You want to take data about polio. You want to take data about, things that people have not even thought of before. That is what I'm thinking of. Data about how mosquito affects productivity or how mosquito affects your exam results. Probably you are reading, you went for tea break, TDB overnight. And maybe the humming of the mosquito is just, confusing you. And probably when you wanted to write something and you are still feeling that vibration. Take data. Leveraging data. Leveraging AI and its technologies. We treat AI like a brand. Oh, Gemini, Claude, Perplexity. Of course, they are brands, but why not treat them like a tool? If I want to make any academic writing, I make sure that I just go to, Perplexity AI. We need to learn the art of prompting. Some of you write prompts on AI as if. Some of you even tell AI, thank you. Of course, it doesn't need your thank you. There's no AI invasion that's going to come. So you are being scared that if it comes, probably because I've said thank you, I won't be part of these things. Okay, I'm on 21 minutes. I think I have 19 or so. I won't be part of these things. It's a lie. The way you write your prompt is very funny. I was telling someone, I said, if I give you 3 prompts to write, you have 3 prompts to write. That's why I like Claude so much. Free Claude, the same thing it's going to give to you on a pro version. The only thing you are paying for is what? Time. To prompt more deeper. To ask more better questions. I did this at Kano few weeks back. AI Clinic for Civic Impact. And I told them, come and write your prompt. And then they started writing different prompts. And I asked a very funny question. They started asking very funny questions. And the AI is not being truthful. They didn't even know. That is why fine-tuning and refining comes. And that's why it is easy for professors to actually discover that your work is AI generated. Your research is AI generated. If you write research now, you want to go and put your research, you want to ask for grants, and you put AI generated research, in fact, you can put yourself in deep trouble now. Because we don't even make research enough. There is a part of AI now that they call transparency diligence. It means that even though you use AI, you must acknowledge the role of AI in your work. So if you know that you passed AI, you've passed this thing through AI, and you know that, of course, my human effort or my human input is just 20%, you to be honest. The only thing you did was just write the prompt. Or change the hem dashes. Right now, people just do it. I saw one of my guys, I was checking his writing history. He doesn't know me that I'm a very thorough person. Too detailed. I was checking, he shared the doc with me, Google Doc, and I was checking his writing history, and I was looking at all the things he changed one after the other, just to see. He's a core member, by the way. And I said, okay, write a research on, we are doing secondary cities, Boko profiling. We want to do profile Boko as a secondary city. What they call secondary city is that Lagos is the primary city, Ibadan is becoming a primary city, Port Harcourt is a primary city. But we have some secondary cities, right? Even Ibadan is not being categorized like a primary city, but it's a metropolis. So secondary cities are those that have the potential of becoming a primary city. So I said, go and profile this city. Of course, I know you've never heard of Boko before. You are going to make either you go to academia.this or Google Scholars. I never expected that the first thing he was going to do was to do what? Go to AI. That's the very first problem that people have. Digest the content by yourself. Then he came and I saw his writing. I saw that he did Control F from, that's just a normal thing. He copied the hem dash. Control F, find. He found all of the hem dashes. You now say replace all. He's not going to put anything there. Replace all, enter, apply. So all the hem dashes automatically, fine. You are too good. Very fine, my guy. Okay, before you actually do that, that's how I actually do with some of the researchers that we want to co-work together. All right, please give me just 150 words of from Boko profile. Let's just do it together. I'll be on the sheet. Write something you know. Let's say, what do you know? You know something about Yaba, Lagos. All right, write 200 words about Yaba, Lagos. Artificial intelligence has bastardized our intelligence so much that some people cannot write 200 words or 250 words right now. 200 words or 250 words. And you want to call yourself a writer. Somebody that pushed me into knowing that you can still write, man, I thought I was a very good writer until I met my brother. Anyway, he went on 365 days of writing. You cannot practice something every day and not be the best at it. 365 days of writing. That means 1, consistency. He never missed the timeline. 2, practice. The difference between a first-class student and institutions do not take you because you're a first-class student, of course. Academic, they reward you because you don't miss tests, you don't miss class, all of this is fine. But let me tell you that what they reward the first-class student for is the fact that they were diligent, and the fact that they could be diligent and consistent for good 4 years, and you are not. That is just it. It's not an academic reward. This thing was said to me by our global director, Olusegun Onigbinde. Said that's just the difference. This person, that means if we commit something to this person, they are able to do it. They are able to follow through. So please, whenever you know that you are in that kind of situation now that AI is already replacing your intelligence. See, AI is replacing your own intelligence. It's now becoming, you know what I discovered about AI? AI is actually artificial intelligence. You know why? It is replacing the natural intelligence. So you see 150 words, 200 words, students will be struggling. A core member that just left our institution is struggling to write 200 words without AI. For crying out loud. This is bad. And it is the recent thing that they started blaming YC for. Olodo pricing. Is it not true? They said we have the Yahoo culture and the Pella culture and all of this. The guy came. He's a rapper. Of course, who should be the unserious people? But you can actually see the way he was speaking. You know that this person has what? Intellect. He was appealing to the impressionable young Nigerians. Not just coming up with contents that are delusional. That will celebrate nonsense. We don't reward academic. And the first thing that people checkmate you with whenever you want to test their intelligence, do you have money? Money is the smallest of all humans' problem. If you have an idea and the first problem you think you want to solve is money, you don't have an idea. Shall I tell you? Getting money is easier than materializing your idea. I wanted to do a project right now that I want to do something that's a profile of all the presidential aspirants of Nigeria for 2026 to life. Come, let us bring it to life. Thank you. Let us bring it to life. These are the things that will make you evolve as a person. I remember that the second law that I wanted to talk about, permit me, there's this second law that I actually wanted to talk about. See, that law is the law of flowers and bees, right? Flowers evolved, bees evolved. Flowers became brighter. It was easier for bee to spot them. Recently, I was watching a video on bumblebee, I think yesterday. Somebody did an experiment, and then they put a bumblebee inside a box, and then they put one round object there. They now painted the upper part of the box color blue. What he wanted to achieve is that at the face of pressure, is it possible for an animal, insect, to actually generate a behavior that has not been seen in them before? And you know what happened? The bumblebee did. It was actually bringing this round object to the place where the blue is, just because it wanted to reach out to that place. So it shows that the idea for you that you have is not even artificial. It is natural. If a bumblebee can actually get an idea to change its own behavior, evolution happened right in our face on the internet. It means that you as a person should also evolve. Your graphic design for 2019 is still the same with the way it is in 2026. The way you write in 2019 is now the same way with how you still write in 2026. I met someone, I said, this I know is my friend, very good friend. I said, you've been getting this pronunciation wrong since I knew you, right? You are still getting it wrong up till date. And not even pronunciation now. It's a tautology. Possible best. And I said, and this common one, reason why. And I said, well, of course, reason why can still be permitted. But possible best is not permitted. We all know that. But you've been corrected all of the time. And another one that I now told him is I said, F-O-R-T-E, forte. He said, that's my strength, my forte. He calls it fort. So we used to make jest of him, life fort. So I already knew what he was talking about. That he was talking about forte, strength, my place of strength. And I said, you've not for one day go online rather, make research on FORTE, forte. So it shows that you yourself, you are not even ready. Some of us are like that. You've not for one day actually say, what am I actually afraid of? I'm afraid of using AI. I'm afraid of using this. I'm afraid of doing that. My design, how is it like? My writing, how is it like? Your video editing is still the same. The way you edit video for us in our church in 2023 is still the same way you are still editing in 2026. Young people, if they still ask you, what do you want to become? That is where it is actually the exposure divide. A child in Artemis 2 went ahead. Now, they just came back, I think, a few months ago. A child in Austin can say, Mommy, look at this look at this, I want to remember astronauts. I want to be like them too. A child in my area can never say that because there is an exposure divide. All he has been conditioned to know is to be an accountant. Like Mr. Emmanuel said, a doctor, an engineer. The word of the Lord, when it comes to people, our fathers back then, it met literacy. I am not, I came from a CSC church, and I honor the fathers. But I'm saying that when the word of the Lord comes to people and it meets education, there's a different spectrum of expression that it will take. That is why you now see that some of the fathers will come. They want to do a name or Christian name for a child, and they'll come, they say, this child is going to be a doctor, an engineer. But if someone like me goes and says, this person is going to be an AI engineer, they'll say, look at him, fake pastor. Look at him, he's a fake pastor, a fake man of God. What's an AI engineer? Who is the data analyst? Imagine, who's this? But that is where we are not finding expression. That is the environmental divide. The exposure divide. Somebody has access to different level of information than you have access to. And you have to work with them. I love that I'm taking it from where he took it from. See, I want to actually pick it from where he started. So he said something about failing forward. Failing forward. There is a difference between, see, your cup can either be half full or half empty. It depends on you. It's up to you to know. Am I half full or half empty? This is a cup here now. What can you say to it? Is it half full or half empty? If I'm drinking away from it, it's half empty. If I'm filling it up, it is half full. So you can either be half empty or half full. So somebody like you can either have half knowledge or you are actually having a small bake knowledge. Half knowledge, you are filling yourself. Knowledge because you still carry the knowledge. Half knowledge because you still carry that one from 2013. The way you do it in 2013. Even the book of Hebrews chapter 1, don't you read it? Bring this to your life. God who at sundry times and in diverse manners spoken to us through the prophets, through the fathers, through kete balamu. Let me just say it in Yoruba. He spoke to us through different things. He's now saying two immutable things, which he cannot do what? Lie. So he must evolve. He knew that if I keep killing these people, evolution, like I said, be fruitful and multiply, will not come to pass. So I must evolve. Bring Jesus, who is able to understand human. So if God is evolving, he sent Jesus. He did things he knew that the Old Testament was actually faulty. Old Testament requires sacrifices. But now we have just one sacrifice. So if God is able to evolve, you yourself must be able to evolve. Tell somebody, you must evolve. You must evolve. There is a paradigm shift. That is the next thing I want to tell you. The last thing I'm going to talk about. The paradigm shift. We will change, you are singing it, we will change the culture. We will get the billions. You are just singing it alone. Thank God Pastor Lawrence is now working on it. And he left DGC Abuja now. He's now in DGC, but he's now in DGC Abuja now. There's a paradigm shift. Pastor Femi Lazarus left Nigeria, went to Kenya. There's a paradigm shift. Do you understand your own shift? In your own department? In your own study? There's a paradigm shift. One of the sons to my assistant here. Please help me to celebrate her. The guy made a payment platform, and I have just 4 minutes. The guy made a payment platform, and although he actually went for a bidding to receive funding for it, but he didn't actually win it. But he's still not going to stop. he discovered that his school, Union, I think it's Union also, lacked, payment structures. And he came, what he built was just a fintech. Do you know how the guy became a developer today? I went to to do teaching practice at St. Patrick's in Oyo, in Ibadan. And then I saw all of them, SS3 students. What do you want to learn? I'm doing this one. I'm shaking it. I knew it that some of them, their parents do not have. See, you must be able to look at it. How much of gas can your parents give to you? How much of gas can your intelligence give to you? How much of gas? When I mean by gas, supports is what I mean. How far can they take you? You should not compare yourself to. Imagine compare my friend to a friend of mine, and myself to a friend of mine now that came to visit me yesterday. His parents has enough gas to give him to put him to any level. How much of gas do you know that your parents can give to you that actually push you? Where is their limit? You should understand it. Some of us don't understand the gas of our intelligence. You know that your intelligence is actually quite limited. Some of the great people are actually probably dropouts. Not because we are encouraging dropouts. No, not because they are that intelligent. But because they were persistent. So he identified the problem, and it comes to one of the questions you asked. There are problems everywhere, unless you are not open to see. There are problems everywhere. You are not open to see it. Open yourself to see the problems. Yeah. Be patient enough to see the possibilities. And that is where failing forward comes. You begin to try and retry. The moment you try once, you fail once and you stop there, you fail backward. The moment you keep trying, you are failing forward, because to every failure there's a newer discovery of what? Of success. Of success. I'm going to end it at this point. He said, your problem is not that a thing is great, but you are greater. That's what the speaker that came before me, you said, I said I'm going to leverage on what he said. It is not that it's not that something is great. You are greater. This is not a motivation. I don't even like to motivate people. What's there to motivate? Why do I need to motivate you? If you don't fail, you don't see life. So what's the motivation for? Pastor Gospel said pressure builds purpose. I think I remember it from my brother Goodness. He said, what pressure? I think a coach said it. He now repeated it. I heard it from him. He said, pressure. Pressure is only for tires. As a matter of fact, if there is no pressure in a tire, you will not be able to move. So expect pressure. It helps you to do what? To fail forward. To fail forward. And the last thing is put God at work. You don't engage God enough. We don't engage God enough. In a world where we know that we know all things. Oh, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Oh, sorry, organizers, I'm 20 seconds above my time, but just 2 more minutes. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. You can do all things, but the thing that you are doing, is it Christ that is strengthening you for it? You want to write the exam, you are looking for how to cheat. Is that Christ doing all things for you? No. You are reading on your own. You don't do things by yourself. Let God be the foundation of all you're doing. In fact, start gathering data about God now. How has he been faithful to me before? In 100 level, I thought I was going to fail. I did not fail. It means that if you expected F in 100 level and you had C, if you know a deeper dimension of God and you are failing forward like they said, if truly you didn't read again the next course, you can have B. You can have A. That is how to engage God. You can have it. Now start looking at it. Has God failed me before? What happened when he failed me? What happened when he didn't fail? Was it that when he looked at it as if he failed, was it that he failed, or is it because of my human thinking? He didn't actually fail, but I thought he did. You begin to see God at the core center of your life. And that's how to leverage data and technology and the Holy Spirit in this evolving world. I'm Ifeolu Odetayo. Thank you, everybody.
And we jam our hands together for Mr. Victor Ifeolu Odetayo. Thank you so much for that wonderful session. I believe we've learned a lot already. And we are getting filled up. And the next thing now is not just to remain as we are, but to go implement all that we've been learning. Thank you so much once again. Alrighty, right about now, we've been having quite a lot of talks, a lot of, teachings. We want to do something quite, interactive. It's just going to be for quite a little time. Yeah, but before then, part of the preparations for this conference is to have people pitch their business. And just like I announced earlier on that if you've registered, to pitch your business, you can reach out to Mr. Favor to do that. But currently, nobody has registered. And then I hear that probably some of us are scared to pitch our business. Kilo Shele. No, we don't do that here in this kingdom. So if you've not prepared your slide, actually we will be overlooking that right now. So, so what we want to do is, I'll be calling the names of those who registered, and if you are here, please signify. Their gifts. We have prizes already packaged for those who emerge as the best pitchers of their business. So we have a lot for peace. Are you here? Please signify. Good. Thank you so much. Have you registered? Please meet me, Bro Favor, to register yourself for your slide. And if you don't have your slide, do you have your slide with you? Good. Please go meet with him now. Now, Famudain Victor Olayemi. Okay, he's not here. Mr. Stephen Omoboye. Kindly pardon me for the pronunciation. Emmanuel Mercy. Wow. What's going on? All right, Adebola Michael. Okay, please meet with him. Thank you. Ola Kola, Christiana Olamide. Thank you. Please meet with Mr. Favor. Then Bimleke Gideon Ayokonomi. Okay. Now Amos Anolua Oluanifemi. All right. Next up, Oluwadare Peace. Obviously she's not here. Deborah Ifeolua Folorunsho. Are you here? Okay, no. Ayotola Olusheye Olugbenga. All right. Then lastly, we have Glory Glossam. Well, that's a nice name. Glory Glossam. The person is not here too. Well, actually, that means, for those that are available, you want to do your best. And, so there's quite enough chances for you to win and emerge. So for the particular prizes for those who emerge, we will be having for the first participant, we'll be having for the first position rather about 70,000 worth of brand identity development for BFD Concept. And then 2 months mentorship on business and finance with a non-interest. Can we jam our hands? With a non-interest loan of 200,000 naira upon completion of the mentorship program from the finance table. Can we please jam our hands together for that? Then for the second position, we'll be having a brand identity strategy session with BFD Concept for 2 months. And 2 months mentorship on business and finance from the finance table again. And then the same goes for the third position. So please, you want to do your best. The idea you have, the innovation you have, pitch it right, and then win yourself these opportunities. Right. Okay, so right about now, what we want to do is we have the next game. We want to do a game, right? And so we have another prize for that. So we can only, as you can see, only 10 people can participate. But what we want to do, one of the things we have for this event is, networking, right? You want to talk about that, and then the particular medium.
All right, so good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I trust we are having a great time.
Yeah.
All right, so as we learned that we can't do life alone, and this platform has provided us an opportunity to meet with people from all walks of life. So this is the moment whereby you meet the next president, the next CEO, the next Mickey James beside you. So right now we're going to go into the networking session. So we're going to like pair up ourselves, like maybe 3 people in a particular group, because one person in that group is now going to represent the game. So I'll just pick like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, so I think there are 5 people there. The first 4 rows, so 5. Network, get to know yourselves. Then I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then, excluding our speakers. So, Abi, can they network with the speakers?
You can network with us speakers anyways, but
If you have the confidence, then you can network with them. So pick yourself, maybe per row, one person that would be a part of the game. Per
Yes.
row, one person, one person, one person. So once it's already completely 10, it won't admit any other person. So who is going here for this group?
Okay, so. Anyways, I'm the game master. So this is how it works. Go on to www.kahoot.it and join with the campaign. Or you can scan the barcode. You should not join. So you can scan the barcode to join. So form a group of, we just need 10 teams. So you nickname your team. Stay together with someone, like pair with someone. It's just 10 people that you can admit. So we just have a team of 10. Just give your team name. Just nickname yourself. It will give you room to nickname yourself according to your team. Then come together. So you work as a team to answer the questions. There's a prize for it. Anyways, I don't know if you have mentioned it. Yes, so there's a prize for it. So
I didn't mention the prize actually.
so pair with a team member and start. So which team is Space B2?
Space B2.
Space B2. Okay, all of you there, Abi. Okay. So pair per line.
Me and
Per
my
line.
co-host we also.
We are expecting 9 other teams to join.
Oh yeah.
Once you join it to pop up.
Once you've joined, please signify so that we can have people pair with you.
Pair together, just pair.
Bring out your phone.
Who is Karen Lemmy?
Karen Lemmy.
Team Karen Lemmy. Where is Team Karen Lemmy?
Okay,
Just one person. 2 of you. Okay.
No. Did you join already?
Pair with someone. Even if you don't have a phone
Yeah,
with you,
please-
just
please
pair with
just
someone.
mix with someone.
It's meant to be fun. You can't just be here and just fold
Exactly.
hands. Pair with someone. The questions may be difficult and maybe, let's just see what we have there. If you are not in a team, stand up. Go and look for a team. Stand up if you are not in a team. Even if you are not with your phone, go and find a team. Oh yeah, quickly.
Wait, all these names. Who is Silly Ferret?
Which teams? Team Silly Ferret.
All these names. Who is Silly Ferret? Okay, there she is.
No, they will pick the name themselves. They
Yeah.
form the name themselves. If you are not in a team, please stand up. Find a team member. Bro, someone in a team. That team. And go and join them. You'll be assisting them in answering the
Yeah,
questions.
sit with them. Yes.
Go and stay with your team. But Oyin should not play.
That's what I want to do.
Oyin should not play. She should not play. Please give the phone to someone else. She's the one playing. Are you in a team? Join a team. We need 9 more teams now.
Oh yeah.
People should join. Time is going. Okay, we have Magikota. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 more teams. Be quick about that. Just www.kahoot.it. Then you can type that game pin. Game pin will make you join this team. This game.
Bright Squid.
I think we will start with 6. Oh.
Bright Squid, go. Squid Game ni.
Okay, let's do this. If you are inside the media section, you can join too from the media section. Yes, join from media team. You can join. Media team form a team.
Okay, it has next.
Power R. That's 7. 3 more.
So that's me and my partner.
You and your partner.
Yes.
Okay, let's have it. I think we will start now.
Yes.
What are we still expecting?
You can do. There was.
Where are we still expecting? I want to start now.
Joro inside that place. Maybe
No,
come
they
outside.
can't.
If you want to join, you can quickly join. I think we are left with two participants.
Two more participants.
Two more participants.
Oh yeah. Safi, have you joined?
Two more participants.
Pastor Emmanuel. Yes, sir. Yeah, you and your wife.
Okay.
With your husband, though.
We are left with one participant. Oh, we are complete.
Okay, that's all. Yes. What flags? It's about what flags? Coming up. Gang. This is. Don't say the answer. Yeah. Where is the leaderboard? Next question.
Next question.
Okay. I don't understand. Yes. Who is leading on the leaderboard? Okay. Bobu, it's time. It's about the timing. I beg you. It's not again. They've not clicked on the next question. Oh yeah. Oh. God, I beg. What? We answered. What is going on here?
What happened? No one picked that one.
We did.
I think it's the network. Sorry about that. The next.
Okay.
Double point.
Thank God. Thank you.
Oh yeah, you sabi now.
I don't sabi.
What's going on? It's not reflecting. Okay, 10 answers already. We have all answered now. We have 10 answers already.
Okay, there is a timer.
Egypt. How many people want that? 4 people.
Oh no.
Who is Bubbly Boa that is winning us like this?
Hey. I give up. Speak.
Oh yeah, now. If you dey watch football, you go sabi am.
Wahala for
everybody.
Wahala for
Oh yeah, now. Bubbly Boa, well done. Oh yeah, now.
Yes. If you know they watch K-dramas.
So no one agree.
11 to
You don't
8.
agree.
Not nice. Two of us.
They don't take that answer.
That's what I like.
Mighty Lama, you are very fast.
We're
Well
in the
done.
ninth place already. At least we still have hope. We are not on the bottom. Oh no.
Everyone got that. Interesting.
Not everyone.
This person,
This
give
Bob-
way for others
Bob
now.
Bua.
This team, give way for others now. Oh yeah, you sabi that one too. Are we not picking
We did already.
network again? Oh,
Hey.
help us beg network. Oh,
Oh yeah.
everyone. Oh, just one person.
Next.
Hope we are not checking ChatGPT or something,
It's
or using Google.
within the time.
Wetin dey sup?
This one is. Yeah. One.
The more you shout it in your team, the more others get it. So
Okay. Thank you for
Like,
whispering the
please,
answer.
we need to identify Bubbly Boa team. Oh. Where's that team?
They are here, they are in front.
Well done, no.
See
Okay,
them.
they watch football now.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Me play.
Oh no, 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 no. Colombia. Oh. So, I gave myself.
Those Bubbly Boa people, they watch football. Now why?
Can we end the game already?
Bubbly Boa, you dey watch football steady. Now why?
Oh, no wonder.
Hey, you dey follow World Cup.
That's true.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry, why will you pick that?
They say, why did you pick Ireland? Which team is that? Silly Ferret. Wait, we are not seeing some teams pop up anymore. They've gone to relegation. Sorry. Canada. Everybody, yeah. It's actually a time challenge too. The faster you pick, the more your score. Five. So it's a guesswork. Okay. Bubbly Boa, why now? You don't even agree for anybody. Okay. Okay. Bright squid. Bubbly Boa, Zao. This should be easy. You resemble am small. Who picked true? Correction. Oh yeah, so who came out? Nifty Penguin, congratulations, third position. Agile Mouse, congratulations, second position. And Bubbly Boa won. So where's the Bubbly Boa team? Congratulations. Bubbly Boa. Who came second? Where's the second team? Second. Agile Mouse. Where's Agile Mouse? The same place as how now. Nifty Penguin. Where's the third? Who is the Nifty Penguin here? Are they out of the you? Wait, where's the third position? Which name did you use to? Anyways, congratulations to us all. Over to you, Bro Jeremiah.
So much. That was very insightful and interesting. The time is not on our side. Thank you so much. Alrighty. So without further ado, I'd like to say that is one of those things that keeps us active as youth. And then one of the things that we need to also consider is the fact that we are not just to remain boxed up in one position. Try and learn. That's one of the things we've been talking about since we began. Let's learn. Let's get to know things. Go out there, research, and then we'll begin to find things. So right now we'll be delving into the panel session quickly. Yes, won't be. Oh, the Nifty Penguin is online. I just got the response. The Nifty Penguin is online, and that's in person of Pastor Joshua Akolafe. Alrighty, so thank you. Alright, so now quickly we'll be delving into our panel session. It's going to be a very short one. And if we have questions from our participants online, please would like to welcome them. Please do well to send them to either the YouTube channel, or you send them to the WhatsApp platforms on our TYC page. We'll get them as we're starting the panel session. So quickly, I'd like us to make welcome my co-host will be joining me even on this panel session. That's in person of Miss Mercy Moyolua Adeni. Can we please jam our hands for her? So you can take your seat. You can take your seat. Thank you. And then I am Jeremiah Oyewale by name again, and then I'll be joining on the panel session. And also, clap your hands for me. Clap for me. Thank you. Alrighty. Yes, we were meant to have 3 of our panelists right here, but currently, just as we knew, our first speaker left already, and so as a result, we'll be welcoming just Mr. Victor Odetayo and Mr. Emmanuel Owoyemi. Pardon me for the mistake we had earlier. So thank you so much, and you're welcome. All right. So, give me the microphone. Yes. So we have a question already, and then we'll be taking that, and then moving on, we'll be taking other questions that we receive online. And if you still have any question, please do well to pen them, and you can send them to us. We'd like to attend to them. Thank you so much.
All right, so thank you so much, Sads. So this is a question. I don't know if either of you can answer it. It says, please, sir, as an health student, I have interest in learning data analysis. What is the best route to go about it for a beginner?
All right. I think health data it's even one of the, one thing I would recommend for you right now is, I think I would have shared the data for you so that you can work with it, but you can reach out to me later. We call it PHC Tracker, Health Updates. The state of PHCs, primary health cares in different states. So we have them across all 36 states. So if you're an health student, in fact, your data is, you can go to phctracker.com or .org. It's one of the tools that we use in our firm. So it shows the state of health centers across the nation. So from there, you can see some of the data that you can actually work with, whether they have ambulance, whether they have staff on ground, whether they have some, drugs or medicine. So it's actually, your data is very easy. So just start from there, trust me. That one is very easy. phctracker.org or something like that. Yeah, you would get it.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Do you have anything to add, sir? All right. Do we have any questions from the audience, like the participants? Okay. Do you have any questions for online participants?
Not from the online participants yet, but I quite have a question here. And before I go to the question, I'd like to announce to us once again that the free gift, issued to us by Mr. Emmanuel Oyemi, his book is available for us to leverage on his website, and that's www.emmanueloyemi.com. That's quite easy to get. Is that correct? www.emmanueloyemi.com. So we can leverage on that from the platform. Right. I think one of the questions we received earlier during the first session is quite relevant to what we may like to deal with right here. Now, and that question is particularly to talk about how can technology bridge the gap between education and employability, right? The place of learning right now, academic, and then how best to mediate technology together with education. I'd like to direct that to Mr. Oyemi.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for that question. So I love the fact that Holodo Uprising is actually trending now, right? And I was thinking about it, and one of the thoughts that came to my mind is the fact that ignorance is so expensive in our current generation, and knowledge is so cheap. Look at Gemini, Claude, just name it. There are free plans, right? And Nigerians, you can even go to an extent of creating free accounts. So that means the usage is endless. But now, the reason why I say that ignorance is so expensive is just do one crazy thing, get traction. X is going to pay you. Yes or yes? So do you agree with that term, right? So now, let me now come to the question, how do you balance technology and education? While I was in school, I never did visit the library for once. That's because I leverage Google. Any small thing, just Google it. So, and this is the way to go about it. Thank God my brother talked about prompt at some point in time. If you are having a particular course, a particular challenge in which you're having maybe in one course and you don't understand, ask questions. And prompt is just basically how to ask the right questions. It's not just about asking questions. There's something about asking the question and asking it the right way. For instance, I cited an example whereby I asked Gemini to teach me a JavaScript like a 7-year-old kid, step by step, right? So just ask the right question. And if you don't understand, he's not tired of you. Sorry, this one I did not understand. Can you, because me, I do tell some of the students in which I happen to mentor, if I were in this present time, success would be way, way easier than then. And the reason is because we are not curious enough. You read to cram and to pour. You don't read to understand. And that's the problem. The last time I practiced quantity surveying was 2021 when I graduated. I can tell you for a fact that if I get a plan now, though we are even building a product at the moment, I can still do it effectively. That's because I did not cram my way through school. I understand the basics. And the advantage of technology is that it helps you with time. Your analysis, while I was in school, when I was doing projects and all of that, I never did use all this physical form. I used Google Form. So from Google Form to SPSS, my life is easier. So don't just jump into, how can I do it? How can I do it better in a much faster way without not compromising on excellence? So I think if you do that, you will get the best out of it. Thank you so much.
Can we please jam our hands for him? All right, Mr. Victor, do you have any contribution to that? Okay. All right. Okay, you can take the next question. That's okay.
They said the question is for the two panelists. Exposure is a problem. It is a divide. When did you first discover your exposure gap, and what steps did you take or are still taking to bridge that gap?
Exposure.
I think during my delivery, I was talking about the exposure divide. So I used the citation of the Austin kid and a Nigerian kid, the Artemis 2 example. Yeah, so how did I discover the exposure gap? I think I did that in 2018, because I went to a college of education and all that I knew was everything a college of education would have actually done. For example, when I went to, and I heard that from my friend who went to university, who said, they are just taking 10 courses. I was like, how? How are you taking 10 courses, 8 courses? How? Because in the college, I was doing 21, 22 per semester. Like, as how now? And then I was like, what are you telling me? I was like, He said one course, he had a 4-unit course. I said, how now? 4-unit course should be a project. Because a course that's 3 units will be split into 3. So that's 1, 1, 1. So it means that one course will be like into 3 places. So you have to continue one. Like, so that was what makes it 22. So then I knew that, I think I have actually missed it out from here. So when I got to the University of Ibadan, then I felt like, even the admission, the registration process, the screening process, it was all different from what I knew. That was when I knew that, of course, there is more to what I learned in school. So from there, exposure is in progression. So I begin to uncover different things about my life. But at least that was the very first thing that I actually saw. Yeah, thank you.
That's right. He has talked about something so important. So here is just what we had. Leverage social media enough. By extension, don't follow P. If you don't know, don't follow people that, don't just be on social media to laugh. Because that is the means or the advantage that technology actually gives. You can see what they are doing in New York. You can see what they are doing in, where's this, what they call it, Silicon Valley. And that gives you a leverage to put your work beside what they are doing and see, oh, what am I doing? What are they doing? And from there, you build taste. So the reason why a lot of us are not so exposed, why we are still using that same technology, is because of who we follow. The question is, go and audit who you follow. That is the summary of who you will become. That's one. Then two, we don't read. The only thing we read is our books, and by virtue of extension, your fellowship president wants you to read about Hagin and the likes, and after those three, you are done. When was the last time you read about a book that taught you about life? There is a man that challenges me a lot, Selman. Selman is not just sound spiritually. Have you listened to him talk about leadership? Have you listened to him talk about finance, relationship? So, Emoji, why is it that everything, before you start talking, is only about Rem Sporthouse? There is more. That's two. Three, have quality friends. I cannot overemphasize this. See, by God's grace, I've been able to mentor a lot of first-class students and the likes. The reason why a lot of people struggle is because of the quality of your friends. If you are the best in your circle, change it. Stop forming local champion. I'm so sorry, please. If you are the best person, because in my circle now, for instance, this is the reason why I'm saying that. In my circle, I happen to have 3 friends. The 3 of us, we graduated first class. 2 out of us led the class. That's how solid the friendship. And in our friendship, you cannot say that this person is the best. That's because this guy is good on something, this guy also is good on something. And when somebody is speaking, the other person is listening. Don't be in circle of friends whereby they are condescending or they are just saying that, oh, you just come and say. Because I have seen caucus whereby it's just, there's a leader, just follow what I say. I'm not saying that. No. Be in friendship circle whereby you can contribute. And I'm sorry, yes, by God's grace, all of these things inside the book that I shared is a practical book, right? So, and one of the reasons why people fail a lot is because people who fail follow people who fail. People who win follow people who win. And by matter of extension, rich people follow, and that is why you as a lady, you are expecting one guy with 6 figures and likes. You just can around the environment. So, if you are going to get somebody with 6 figures, then you need to level up to that particular level. Till then, you are just working like. So what am I saying? If by virtue of chance you find yourself in a circle whereby all of you are just average, get out. He said, "I'll come out of them." I think that's what Scripture says, right?
Yes, sir.
And there is something you can offer them because life also, nobody actually wants a parasitic relationship. What do you bring to the table? I don't bring anything to the table. Now lie. You can bring your time to the table. You can pay for their transport fare. You can cook. Because if you can cook for them, they will explain to you, and by that, it's rubbing on you. So I think that is enough exposure that can help us become better. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that, Sas. Can we please jam our hands for them? Yes, that is wonderful. So next up here is relating the concept regarding innovation, having startup ideas and challenges. Yes, we won't neglect the fact that there will be times wherein challenges might, stand, in the place of we achieving that which has come as the innovation, the idea that we're trying to build and even scale up.
So I'd like to ask that from your own personal experiences, how have you been able to, mount and scale over challenges, and you've been able to, balance yourself and you're soaring? So I think the question will go to both of you, starting with Mr. Victor.
Well, first of all, you have to treat challenges like, I mentioned it earlier, like pressure builds purpose. A tire without pressure can never move. So you have to, if you are not having challenges, you are not doing the right thing. All right. So the moment you start doing the right thing, you start having challenges, of course. But one of the very first problems we have is that we don't chart out our workflows. We pick our workflows offhand. You want to have a startup, you don't have a mind map already. You don't have, there is even a site map. You come with all of these things. What am I going to achieve first? In my scale of preference, what is less important? What should I prioritize? The first thing, pick them. What is going to be very hard for me? That is what makes challenges overwhelm people. Challenges would come normally. Prepare yourself for it. God no even see challenge. He saw challenges. He created man. He regretted later. Baba regrets. He was like, yeah, I created these people. Even Jesus self faced people of Nazareth, then frustrate him. Say, UK, can a good thing come out of Nazareth? No, be challenged with that. The devil frustrated him. Bible even recorded that he was tested across. You are hungry for 40 days and you are coming and you're telling me that you have the power. Turn stone to bread. And then Baba was looking, and I did hungry. Imagine, he has already become a man. And shall I tell you, one of the very virtues of human being is pride, the flesh. One of the very virtues of the flesh is pride, because flesh most of the time demands, it wants honor, it wants to be celebrated. So at that point, pride starts reckoning. But those are challenges. Do you understand? So when you treat them like, challenges are sitemap for me, they're like, challenges are just like networks for me. So if you are not having challenges, as a matter of fact for me, though of course, not all the things that you go through must have challenges. It's not like, because I'm doing this, I don't have to. Yeah. Sometimes God can give you ease in your journey. It's just normal. But if you now see that the first year, second year, third year is in your journey, it means that you are not doing something above your intelligence quota. If you go above and beyond, you will meet bigger challenge. And that is actually, how to live by it. Treat it like, it's part of life, and I'm going to, and have a chart of workflow. What do you want to achieve first? When do you want to achieve them? Which one is priority? That's what will help you to get over them. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, sir. I'd just like to start where he stopped. So, the truth is, death is the pathway to life. And that is why Jesus had to die, to give us life. And in the same vein, a seed needs to die before it can spring forth to become maybe a big tree and all of that. I don't think there is anything great that actually brought forth without not first witnessing a lot of setback. And that is why people do say that before you admire the growth, ask for the scars. Before you admire the star, ask for the scars. Because that is not always seen most of the times. Maybe ask Elon. Some of this, I think there was a particular popular firm, right, that invested, was it not over 2 billion into a particular research, maybe designing a car or something, maybe it's Google or something, and they noticed that project actually failed. So where did the money go? Otilo. So what I would just say is, embrace failure. Don't become failure. People allow their experiences to become their identity. Never allow you to get to that point. I was telling my guys, in this kingdom, we don't break down. It's either we break forth or we break through. It's an identity. So if by virtue of chance we witness failure, we know that it's a process. And what do you do with failure? You look back. I'm sorry for citing example. I love to be practical to some certain extent. At some point, while I was in FUTA, I wrote my lowest CGPA. Maybe, the only 2-1 I wrote, maybe 4.44. And at that point, I was like, I've heard a lot of stories that when you wrote a particular CGPA, that means your CGPA starts to drop. I was scared for my life. I had to, introspect. What did I do I now noticed that that time I was shuttling between work. I was interning at Fort Canvas then. I was shuttling between work and school. And I noticed that as I am, I depend so much on listening to a lecturer. I depend so much. I don't care about just reading alone. But when I listen to you speak, you teach, it helps me a lot while reading. So I noticed that then I skipped a lot of classes, and I fixed that the other time. Then I also noticed my time, there are some things I need. So what now happened afterwards? I wrote a 5 dots the next semester. So what does that tell you? Your lowest lows prepares you for your highest highs. Your failure is not the destination if you don't give up. But if you hold it as, oh, this is who I am, you will remain stuck for life. Great people fail. But what separates greatness from mediocre is that they don't own it. They leverage it to scale. So that's just what I would say. Thank you.
Can we please jam our hands for them? Yes. One of the things I've learned here is that from Mr. Victor Odeta, he said, pressure builds purpose. So when you're doing the right thing, challenges will come. But what you need to do is to forge ahead. Yes, and it shows that actually you're on the path. You're getting it. And then from the other speaker, Mr. Emmanuel, has been able to let us know that failure is not just something that should bring depression to you. Rather, it should, teach you to forge ahead, and then it should help you sharpen your vision. And then one thing is, vision lasts longer than ambition, right? Ambition is just part-time, but it helps you to build more on achieving your vision and your goal. I believe this and many more that we've learned even from these sessions, from the teachings, and even from the interactive discussion. Okay, there's a question. All right, I believe there are quite enough. All right, let's take this one more question before we delve into the finance.
All right, thank you so much, sirs. Really had a great time today. But should I say, as a founder, or some of us, we have ideas, and to an extent, to an extent, they tilt towards the tech. Like, you have some things on your mind, you put it down, and the only solution has to be a tech-inclined solution. And obviously, I can start learning JavaScript or all of those things now, but realistically, I won't meet up, I won't catch up. And you need solid hands to work on such things. There was a point in time I had ideology about some things that has to do with the banking sector in connection with. I put up a team, we started working, they started the UI UX design, the front end, but at some point, due to, I know what the workload would look like, and I'm not paying these guys. Like, it's not an idea that has come to fruition, and if I say I should pay them for their time, I can't afford it, because their time itself, I know what they pay them outside. So more or less, I will just tell them that, okay, let's volunteer into this. When it becomes fruitful, we maybe share the equity and things like that. But it's looking so difficult to have the attention of these tech-inclined people self, because even they are closer to you. For instance, my younger brother is a tech person and doesn't do this thing. It will take a lot, because I know even how engaged he is, and even some other people around me. So how do we do it as a founder? How do you bridge this gap? How do you help this thing? Okay, if we say, okay, let's use AI, then you need like hours of study, hours of learning, hours of putting things together to get the right result that you need. So if you're having an idea and it's tech inclined, how do you go about it specifically? Thank you.
Okay, I will say this first, right? Be your first investor. If you actually think your idea is worth it, then you need to go any length to get the money to pay them. That's one. Then two, if you actually think, I don't have the funds, is either you start looking for people that you can convince. Yes, I know that they are scared, though. They are scarce, rather. And that's because a lot of tech guys has been promised on a lot of ideas. They even have the books in their house. They will show you. this one promised me 15% equity. We not sabi where the product. Because it's one thing for you to have an idea. It's another thing for users to shock you. See, oh God, wait till my eyes don't see for product market. You feel like, oh, we are building the next unicorn. Users say that, and the truth is, I don't know. Yeah, it's going to speak from the data standpoint because it's not like you did not do research. Oh, do you like this product? People say, oh, I love it. I love it. How much can you pay for it? Oh, I can pay 5,000. Build it first. And that is not to discourage us that ideas don't scale. It's just to tell us that great ideas are not found on the surface. It's embedded in depth. And you must be ready to keep on digging. Am I very, very sure that this will scale? So if you are very, very sure, you are more convinced, be your first investor. Go any length to get money. Assuming somebody that I know that is not so diligent, I can just, cite examples. Okay, let me even go that very part. How many of us know that some of the great people we see now, the professors that they are and the likes, if they share the stories of how they're able to go to school, it will shock us. Some of them had to go and become a bricklayer. I'm not saying that we should go to that extent too. I'm just trying to say that there are other jobs that we can. They took on the job, the dirty job that we cannot associate ourselves with, just to ensure that they get the funds. Because I do tell people, if you're about doing something, money is not your problem to start with. How sure are you that the idea is big enough to scale? If you are very, very sure, because I believe strongly that where is a will, there's always a way. There is, and the last thing I will say, MOG, Claude is not difficult. If you don't want to do a solid, well-refined, because I think one of the challenges you might not be having is maybe the taste as a designer. I think that's where, but if you just want to do an MVP, right, that is just functional enough for you to show investors, I think Claude, there are a lot of courses that you can just go online. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, just stay logged in, right? 6 hours a day. It's either you pay with your time or you pay with your money. There is no two way about it. Or you leverage your relationship. So if you don't have any of those three, then you just need to be like, my God, now you and I, we go on now. So I think you should talk from the data.
All right, sir. All these jabs, all these shades against developers, I mean, it's normal. You see, I think for some of our climate fellows, because I'm opportunity to coordinate a climate fellowship, and one of the classes I held was why do products fail? First, it starts from the problem he highlighted from the developers. I'm going to talk from this data standpoint. All right, so from the developers, one, developers treat your products like your project like it's a contract, 6 months, then we are done. All right, see, because I'm a developer too. All right, so and I treated our own organization. We had Bimi AI, and I told them it's in 3 phases. I'm going to complete this in Q1, Q2. Mr. Shen was like, oh, this, and that. Benny, after that, all what was in my mind was anything to have create dashboard for you to upload this thing by yourself. I'm off it. All right? And then post-management is up to you. I'm going to submit the documentation to you. So you have that problems with developers first. And that's why I said, to have your MVP, Claude is free. Of course, it's either you pay with your time or you pay with your money. Do you understand? But now, when it comes to data standpoint, you have to see that how many times has products failed, and it's because of the developers. Before it even scaled, the product has failed. Before your product flew, they don't trim the wing. How have you even conducted a market analysis? What is your product? What problem is this solving? That's the user part of it. What problem is this solving? See, users can see things, but people that want to invest, they are seeing a different thing. If it doesn't appeal to them, first, what I tell people is, for every product, let it be appealing to your investors. Sometimes, when it comes to the back end is what depends on the user. Do you understand? Users, they use all of these things, but there are some investors that they just have the money, but they don't have the technicality. So if it is too complex, if it does not appeal to them, they just trash it out of it. They feel like it's just a common problem. That is what you look at. Who are the investors investing in this in this kind of project? You collect a sample of all of these things. Look at current and, recurrent projects, or projects that have happened like that before, that they've done before. Why did it fail? If you have like 10 samples of projects like that, ongoing projects too, why has it failed? In fact, my assistant is there. She messaged me overnight one day, said, what you are building, somebody has launched it. Oh. If I'm lying, I think if she's there, she can testify to it. He said, what you are building, somebody don't launch. Oh. I said, how? Who did we tell? He said, oh, look at you. But they would send Instagram link. And I checked it. I saw it exactly what we were building. So it became what it stunted us for a month. Holy Spirit, how? Holy Spirit, why? You dropped us the idea. We are working. Why did you go and give it to another person? Do you understand? It's just, I mean, so how now? You call yourself the comforter. This one, you don't mess it up. So please conduct a survey, a total survey. Why did it fail? How many has existed? How many will exist? Even after me, what can I do better? See, that's just the data part of it. If you can get that kind of data, it will help you in building. You might not even have the problem with developers any longer. Even look at the developer self. What project has the developer built that is successful? Do you understand? A developer, sir, that has not built a successful project cannot stay with your projects to be successful. Someone who has built one that has been successful before will follow your project all through. That was how budgets came to life. Because two people left banking job and they said, I am a developer, you are a data person. Let us work with this. They took grants from CC Hub back then. $5,000 grants, and it became something that we are receiving grants of 100K, 200K. I'm talking dollars now. That we now do climate fellowship for people. It started 2011. Two people, a data person and a developer, and it became budgets today. So that's how it just, look for somebody who has already scaled a project. It will help you. Thank you so much.
All right. Without further ado, can we please jam our hands for them? If our hands are not busy, let's appreciate them quite enough. Yes, that's insightful, and we are very grateful to have learned from you. And I believe we'll be taking all of this knowledge and the insight and applying them as best as possible. Thank you so much. And also, I'd like to ask on behalf of everyone, I'd wanted to ask even from Prof before she left, but I believe and I thank God that she's one. Should any one of us, the participants at the BTS 2026 need mentorship, would we have the opportunity to reach out to you at any time for advice and the best mentorship as best as possible, sir?
I actually run I actually run a career and academic mentorship. So maybe when the link is out, I can share. But the book, right? The book actually centers on academics, but I'm very, very sure if you read it also, it's going to help you career-wise, pending the time that we open that up.
Thank you. Can we please clap and jam our hands for him once again? All right.
Okay, so how do I say this now? Mentoring people or doing these things is not really my forte.
Okay.
I mean, people management is really where I stress, because I expect people to be on the spectrum of intelligence as I am. Why are you not doing this? And then I end up now, you are not really getting what you're supposed to, but I can actually give you tips. I love to be very precise and direct. But just reach out to me, probably on IG or anywhere. I might not always reply the messages, but if I know that you came from BTS, oh my God, I'll be very happy to help.
That is a great privilege. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. All right. Can we please jam our hands as we appreciate them as they take their seat? Thank you so much. All right.
All right. At this point, we'll be going to the next session, and that is a finance session where we learn about finances, savings, all of those things. And I'll be bringing on board Pastor, the team lead of the finance table, Pastor Deji Oladipupo, even as takes us on that.
All right, I want to say thank you so much to our speakers one more time. I think I learned about Claude from one of your speaking engagements with Pisake Imade. That event that night, you just mentioned Claude. I was like, what's Claude again? I just went to like Claude. Since then, Claude has been my best friend. Now, the best gift you can give me is to subscribe to Claude Pro for me for a year, $200. I'm looking forward to anybody God can use on that. Anyways, thank you. And by the reason of that, Claude assisted me in doing a lot of projects that I've executed and that it's out there. All right, I'm not there because of that, but thank you so much. I really want to appreciate. Thank you, lovely work, and the sacrifice. We really appreciate it. I don't know. Thank you so much. Right. I have 9 minutes more. So finance table. Anyways, growing up as a child, encountered so many challenges, but one of it was the fact that I don't understand or know the value of money, right? I don't understand or know the value of money. I don't know how money works. I don't know. All we knew, growing up from a lower middle class, let's call it then. But now, we can't call it a lower middle class anymore. Now it's not a poverty line class, based on what Nigeria has turned to. But growing up then, it was a lower middle class. At least attended one of the, just like Mr. Emmanuel was bragging about his school, also attended one of the best primary school in Oyo State. All right. So one of the challenges I had was understanding how money works, understanding the flow of money and all that, because they literally gave us money till we entered university. TFE, feeding, like when you're in secondary school, obviously your parents, well, some people don't have that story, right? So they grew up just finding their way around money. Maybe like Pastor Emmanuel now, they literally grew up getting hold of money one way or the other, however it works. But we found out that that's the art of it, but there's no science to understanding money in our climb. And it's a bit of a gap, not a bit, a major gap in this environment. And that was one of the things that inspired the finance table. So we observed the gap and we wanted to solve the problem of making people financially independent in whatever way. So that led us to bringing about, the education, financial literacy programs that we've organized, writing books around finance. We are still on a project currently. I have my team members here. Shout out to Indamola, shout out to Peace, and some of our team members at home. We can clap for them, please. Shout out to Favor. So we have some of our team members here and some that are watching online. And we have products too that we are building just to solve this financial literacy and financial understanding issue. And also, we go about helping people out with investment, showing up in explaining what investment is about, showing them to what investment opportunities they have access to in Nigeria, in the US, and all over the world. And one of the things we are also doing, and we will launch out next year by God's grace, is campus ambassadorship. So we are looking forward to having people across campuses that can be trained, empowered, and realistically built towards the science part of finance, right? I think we engaged in discussion into the night, myself and Samuel Luagbami and I think Favor. We were talking about money and how people perceive money. So growing up, just like what you said, and also in your book, because I've scanned through, as you told us to download, I've downloaded mine, and I just saw some things, and we are affected based on where we grew up, people we interacted with. Your idea about money, regardless of how old you are, is actually based on what you received growing up. So if you don't take conscious effort to unlearn those things and learn new, how about now? All right, so you will remain stranded towards understanding what money is. I have 5 minutes. You remain stranded towards understanding what money is. And that's the same thing you pass over to your children. So to break, and that was what happened to our parents. They just grew up, okay, this is how I can make money. This is what will get me money. If I work, I will get money. Or if I do this business, I will get money. But the science towards it, the ability to understand how it works, and how to sustain it and pass it over to generations unborn, we don't learn. Stories of the likes of Rockefeller and the likes, who passed down those little things are what we should pay attention to. So we are growing in increasing the awareness
about what finance is, and at the same time helping people towards becoming financially independent across board in business, in their field of interest, and also all around. So this is what Finance Table is all about, and that is why we are here for you. So right now, we observe that some people actually across in Lagos, because I actually came down from Lagos, I've had so many people come around, okay, what's the next thing I can do? What can we do? And all sorts. So we have a program, pre-recorded videos that we did for like a 2-month masterclass on finance, savings, investment, specifically towards investment. So we took it from the basics of finance, then down to investment. For the sake of this class, or for the sake of this conference, I'll be giving access to just 5 people, maybe that will see Peace. You can raise up your hand. You can see Peace after Peace. Yeah, you can see her after this event. You register with her with the access of 5,000 naira. You have access to the master class, the 2-month master class on finance, taking you from the basic to the fundamentals and then into investments properly. So we are making it free, not free, we are making it available without access fee of 5,000 naira for the sake of this event. I think we will clap for that. Yeah, and also, if you would love to be mentored when it comes to finance and investment, by the grace of God, I'm a professional in that field. I'm a chartered accountant, I'm a financial modeler, and the likes. And I've been practicing finance in the oil and gas industry for close to 3 years now. So, so I'm not talking to you based on what I had or what I read alone. I'm talking to you based on what I read, what I studied, and what I've experienced. So you can always reach out to her, put down your name, we'll tell you the cost and whatever it will be that it will take you to get into our mentorship class and like that. And then if you now have OGs, if you invest in stock market here, let me see your hands up. Stock market, all right, just 2 people. And this is one of the reasons why we want to do this campus thing, because we found out that students, even while on campus, have that extra money they can put away and with time can grow for them, or they can even invest in businesses outside of even the stock market. So we have a group called the Finance Table Plus. The Finance Table Plus is actually dedicated for those that are into stock market, both in the US and in Nigeria. That's where we share updates, info, internal info, or exclusive information around, around the stock market. Currently, there's something going on. Everybody has been expecting Dangote IPO, right? But it's just on our group that you get to hear some of the information around some things going on. When SpaceX 2 was launched, up to date, we keep our people up to date, and they got into it, those that could and not. So the group is exclusively for people who are into the stock market. So if you're a student here, it's for a subscription. So the subscription fee is 10K for 3 months. You pay 10K to have access to the group in 3 months, and after 3 months, your subscription ends. But as a student, at least you prove to us that you're a student. I mean undergraduate, not a postgraduate student. Though. As an undergraduate, we'll be giving out, for the sake of this event, giving out 5,000 access fee for undergraduates that would like to join us. I think that is all I'll be saying now. Thank you so much, Beyond the Shores. Thank you so much, TYC. Thank you so much, everyone.
Can we jam our hands yet again for the team lead, the Finance Table? Thank you so much for that and the opportunity that has been presented, even to everyone who is willing to participate. All right, thank you. Without wasting the time, this is about 2:30. We are already almost drawing the curtains for this conference. Right about now, we have our business pitch. So we should just call the names once again. About 3 people have identified, and then we just want to know if there's any more person who wants to pitch their business. Else, it might just be a walkover. Let's go.
All right. Oladapo, please. Raise up your hand, okay.
If you are here, just signify and get ready.
Famudein Victor. Stephen Omoboye. Emmanuel Mercy. Adebola Michael. Olakola Christiana. Okay. Bemleke Gideon. Amos Anolua. Oluwadare Peace. Deborah Ifeolua. Ayotola Olusheye. Glory Glossam. So we just have 3 people.
All right. Okay. That's okay then. So right about now, for the 3, people who have identified, please try as much as possible. You only have 4 minutes each to pitch your business. So make do wait your time, and then for the session, the judges, we have about 6 people judging these 3 people. Well, that's even. Right. So, not to stress, judges, please, where you are, you can. We are aware that you already have the rubrics to actually judge the people pitching their businesses. So, we have the first judge, and that's the impression of Speaker Mr. Ifeolu Odetayo. Can please jam our hands for him. Mr. Ifeolu Odetayo, please let's jam our hands for him. The next is Mr. Emmanuel Owoyemi. Please let's jam our hands for him. Then the next person is Mrs. Tolulope Ajayi. Please jam our hands for her. That is the very honored wife of our pastor Emmanuel Ajayi. Okay. Okay, I think if it makes sense, Mrs. Tolulope, you're welcome. Please come forward. I trust that should do better. Thank you so much. Please jam our hands for her. Now the next person is in person of our pastor, Oladikupo, the team lead, the finance table. And also next up we have Mr. Samuel Oluwa Dani. Mr. Samuel Oluwagbami. Please come forward, sir.
Please come forward.
Please come forward. Mr. Samuel Oluwagbami. And next up, we have Miss Fortunate Alabi. That's the person of the chairperson for this conference, Miss Fortunate Alabi. Please come forward. We'd like to have you up front. Right about now, we can call our business pitchers to come forward as they pitch their businesses. Don't forget, we have just 4 minutes to pitch our businesses, and then the timer will start immediately you've been handed the microphone.
All right.
Okay, the first person.
The first person is Oladapo Peace. Please, you have just 4 minutes to pitch your business. Okay.
Good. She has prepared. That's one of. I think they are scoring her for that already.
Have you given him? Him.
Yeah.
I don't think
I'll set her.
So, good
All right, your time starts now.
good afternoon, distinguished judges. My name is Oladapo Peace, the founder and CEO of Salem Group. And under it, we have a brand that it's named Salem Essentia. So Salem Essentia is a multifactorial skills and development enterprise established in 2024. We produce Fruity Zobo and household cleaning products under Salem Essentia brand while empowering people. So the goal is to make cleaning what are they calling it? Stuffs. Sorry. The goal is to make it affordable and to be accessible to students and less privileged. For example, looking at Morning Fresh, it's quite expensive. Not everyone can afford it at home. Not all students can have it at home. So we came about it, making it accessible for them. And also Fruity Zobo. We all know, majority of us know what Fruity Zobo is. It is when you use fruit extract to produce Zobo, and it have a lot of health benefits. So one of the things, that is the product, that is our problem solution. And we have been training some people. We were opportune to train some students, and we can say 2 of them are practically practicing what they learned from us, and they are doing well. And also, okay, how we earn our income? We earn it through supplying to few supermarkets for now, and also covering events. For example, we produce some event souvenir through liquid soap. So whenever you want to do events, we can help you to brand it, the name of your event and everything, and we'll supply it to you. So our vision is to become a trusted Nigerian manufacturing company known for quality household essential and healthy beverages and entrepreneur empowerment. So many youths of nowadays, they don't do anything, they are not into anything, they just believe in going to school alone. But we want to empower them, and instead of asking for urgent 2K here and there, we can teach them the skills. And we believe that through the mentorship of Beyond the Shore, we can, okay sir, we believe that through the mentorship from this program, it can elevate us and make our vision come true. Thank you, sir. Okay, so I brought part of my products. Let me just show, since I still have a little time. So this is the sample of my wedding souvenir. It's just like a product of our liquid soap souvenir. And I also have my brand. I don't know okay, yes, thank you, media. Those are part of what we have done. We supply to events and we supply to supermarket. And the major challenge we're having right now is registering with NAFDAC, because so many supermarkets would be like, we can't buy from you because you are not registered with NAFDAC. So I believe that through the mentorship, we can know how to go about it. Thank you, everyone.
All right, so any of our judges, do you guys have any question for our Mr. Saba?
Okay. Thank you so much, Ma.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you said you need money for getting equipment, right?
Yes, sir.
So what you are producing now, why do you need equipment? Is it like
To make our products more presentable and to make our workload lesser. For example, the liquid soap, we need mixing machine. The mixing machine will make it more.
how many hours do you spend per day, and how many hours will you spend using
Okay,
the machine?
while I produce the liquid soap, majority of the time I spend about 3 hours producing it. But I know that if we have access to some equipment like the mixing machine I mentioned, it can make our workload less and we can produce more instead of the limiting 120 pieces per.
So 3 hours to how many hours? Like 3 hours to 1 hour?
1 hour, yes.
Or 30
And
minutes?
for the Fruity Zobo, there are some blenders that are used majorly to blend fruit and will make it easier instead of using all these local made blenders and the rest.
Amazing.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
Okay, Ms. Fortunate.
I have a question.
They have a question for you.
Right.
So, well, shall I be blunt? Or so this is what I would say. For a business that a lot of people are doing, what is your unique value proposition?
Okay, our unique value for our product is that, for example, Fruity Zobo. A lot of Fruity Zobo out there, they are mixed with preservatives that are harmful to the health. So we make our own natural, and we don't really use all these sugary flavors and so on. So we can tell people that once we are giving it to them, majority of people can take it. It is less harmful comparing to some Fruity Zobo out there that they will be sugary and
Awesome.
they will add lot of preservatives.
So next time, those are the things you should bring to the front, right? That makes a difference. So the other question I would just like to ask is, have you actually sat down to calculate your running costs and your profit margin? I'm not a finance person, right? But that's the mistake a lot of people. You want to buy a machine. Are you sure that if you get that machine, or maybe you get a lot of, are you sure that you can get enough patronage that can sustain the business?
Yes.
No, you don't say yes. You bring data.
Okay.
So that's just how it works. But awesome. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you so much, please. So I have a question. I have two. All right. So concerning the fruity zobo, you were saying it helps, it has nutrients. You actually didn't specify. Okay, so, and I want you to like let us know if as a nutritionist I want to get a zobo, how can it help me? Number one. And then number two is, probably you should answer the fruity
Okay,
zobo.
for fruity zobo, one of the health benefits is that it can reduce our cholesterol level. For example, the fruits that are in it, like pineapple, dates, and so on. And also, it aids sleep. You can try it. I'm not talking about all this sugary zobo. Once you take it, it will aid the way you sleep. And also, pregnant women, if they take it, it induces labor, and so on.
Wow. Thank God I have a senior friend in the house. Thank God I have a senior friend in the house. She's a registered dietitian, and I'm sure that. All right, thank you. So the second question is, you said you make souvenirs, liquid wash as souvenirs.
Yes.
All right. What, because I know I have checked through online to check for liquid soap souvenirs, and how can you be, is there a plan to be more creative? Because, I mean, seeing this your product, I don't think if I want something very unique at my event, I want to buy. Yes. What's the plan to be more creative with your...
Okay, the plan to be more creative is to look for more fancy nylons and plastic, and also to brand it. I'm going to upgrade my branding.
All right, thank you.
All right, okay, I guess there's one more.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. Actually, I would applaud you for coming prepared. I was not expecting this. So, I'll be asking my question regarding the fruity zobo. Praise God. So, I'm a dietitian. I'm practicing. I work in the hospital, and we encourage patients to take zobo, healthy drinks, which zobo is one of the natural drinks. Now, one thing with fruity zobo that I know is preservation. How do you intend to preserve it? Because zobo on its own, adding sugar, normal table sugar to it, would ferment in days. Now, adding fruits, the fermentation process would be high. How do you intend to do that? And specific ingredients, I feel you should pitch your selling point to us. For example, pitch vitamin C, pitch vitamin B12, pitch folates, pitch iron, pitch nutrients that even if I get to the hospital, I can have a patient and say, where do you stay? Okay, there is this Salem group somewhere. I can trust her to deliver healthy zobo to you. Thank you.
All right, can we jam our hands for Miss Peace? That was a wonderful presentation, and thank you so much, our for our judges too. Thank you so much for those insightful questions regarding this particular brand. Alrighty, moving on to the next business feature. So, and for the subsequent presenters, please, you have 4 minutes as we said, and then we'll delay your questions till after the second presentation. So every other questions that we may have from these presenters, we can delay them to when the other two presenters might have presented. Thank you.
All right, so I'll be calling on the next presenter. Please, immediately you are done with your session, you can just take a seat at the front or stand so that the judges would, Yeah. So we'll be calling you guys as a stretch. Immediately you are done, the next person will come up, and then after you would ask your question, you'll be asked questions together. All right, so the next person is Adebola Michael. Please.
Can we jam our hands
Jam
for
your
her?
hands.
It's not good
Do
to
you have a
innovate
slide?
things.
No. Okay.
Don't worry,
You don't have
you're
it.
welcome.
Okay. You
You're
can
welcome.
come up.
You're welcome.
Time up.
All right, your time starts immediately I drop the mic.
Good afternoon, distinguished speakers. and good afternoon to everyone present here. My name is Adebola Michael, and I'm the founder of Kurabi Juice. I would like to begin my pitch by giving the statement that has helped shaped my brand till today, which is, I built the kind of brand I always wish I could buy from. That statement comes from a personal experience as a customer that has dealt with quite a lot of vendors. Few months into the inception of my brand, I bought 2 expensive jewelry sets for myself and my sister. We were attending a family function. So I got those sets from a supplier that was recommended to me by my mentor then. So, and within 2 days, the jewelry set, it turned into black. So I felt so disappointed, I felt so pained, not just because of the money, but because I got it from a trusted brand, and I was let down. Then that moment made me realize that I needed to, I cannot solely rely on suppliers' claims that, okay, oh, these pieces, they won't tarnish, they won't go bad. And then the moment made me realize that I needed to sell out pieces that would make me take full responsibility of the quality control. And I've always wanted to build a brand that customers can fully trust. And yes, it also shaped the way I run my business differently. In 2021, I started Kurabi Jewels with no capital, but with the intention that I want to have an already established business by the time I'm done with school. Kurabi Jewels is an online store that stands out by offering elegant and unique pieces for both jewelries and eyewears. Quite a lot of people buy jewelry online, but there are always issues of poor communication, poor quality, and delivery and logistic issues. The issues mentioned helped me to run my business differently. Kurabi Jewels generates revenue through the retail sale of jewelry and eyewear sourced internationally and sold online after sourcing for trusted suppliers internationally. With additional support, I plan to expand inventory, strengthen my branding, increase digital marketing, and invest in equipment that will improve my product content and help me reach more customers. Kurabi Jewels stands today as a product of consistency, reinvestment, and customers' trust. This opportunity would help me scale and accelerate the business that I've built. I don't just sell jewelry, I make sure I create customers' experience that speaks of intentionality. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. I guess you were good regarding managing your time. Okay, the next presenter, before we take the next presenter, I'd like to notify us that our assistant pastor for this same church, Stacy Victorious Assembly, in person of Professor Caleb Oluwadari, you're looking back, he's not here, he's in Kano. He's sending his greetings to the guest speakers and the participants currently at the Beyond the Shores conference. And he's saying that he's following us all the way from Kano. Thank you so much. And he said, God bless all the facilitators, Bro Favor, Pastor Joshua, and every other members of the team. It is a great blessing to the upcoming generation. So from Pastor Caleb Oluwadari to everyone and the members, the participants, he's saying, God bless us all. All righty. Thank you so much, Pastor Oluwadari. Thank you for reaching out to us. All right. Next up, we'll be welcoming the third presenter as the person will take on.
All right, so we'll be having the third presenter, and that is Olakola Christiana Olamide. Please, can we jam our hands for her as she comes?
Bring the microphone down.
Share it to them before you get the mic.
Okay, all right. I would love to start with this. I'm sure majority of us have come across a post on this, like what I ordered versus what I got, whereby a customer displayed their displeasure in in the final outcome of their outfit. This is a common problem in the fashion brand, the problem of inconsistency in fit. So Marcia Crafts comes in by creating not only outfits that fit, but also ensuring to educate their customers on the right use of the right choice of fabric for the right outfit. Another problem that is common in the fashion brand is the problem of inconsistency in delivery. I'm sure majority of us have experienced this disappointment when we are expected to pick up our outfits on a delivery date, just for us to get notified impromptu of the unavailability, or worse still, getting to your designer studio and not even being able to try out the outfit. My name is Dolakunle Christiana. I'm the CEO of Marcia Crafts. Marcia Crafts is a brand built to provide not only well-crafted outfits, but to also provide reliable customer services by providing fashion consistency, prompt delivery, reliable outfits, and also perfect communication with our customers. Marcia Crafts has been built on years of hands-on experience in fashion production and client service. We craft neat fabric with prompt delivery, and also ensure that our customers get detailed information through sketches, and also ensuring that they get the real idea of the product of the outfits they are expected to collect even before receiving the outfits. So Marcia Crafts is not just a brand that creates outfits to fit. Currently, Marcia Crafts runs on custom-made outfits, or custom-made outfits, with the plans to expand into a ready-to-wear brand as the business grows. So Marcia Crafts is not just an outfit that designs outfits to fit. We create relatable outfits, customer services, reliability, and also a confidence that speaks even before you speak. Thank you.
Sure.
All right, thank you. That was quick and fast. I was already thinking you would take quite some time, since I saw that what you had in your presentation was quite, bulky. But nonetheless, good. Thank you for, the time you spent. All right. Without further ado, can we welcome the two presenters, and then you come for your interview particularly. All right. So, to our panelists.
Thank you. Is it Marcia or Misha? Marcia Crafts. Did you create the dress? That's actually the only question I have for you. And sorry, how do you intend to accommodate customers when you now begin to have a lot of clients? Because I read through your proposal, your presentation, you identified one of the problems. In fact, one of the problems I'm still having with my designers, they don't keep to time. And it did not start that way. I think along the line, they got a lot of clients, and managing the time and ensuring that the delivery is made that same day became the problem we had and that we are still having. So how do you intend to solve that problem?
All right, Ma. Thank you so much, Ma. For the question, okay, currently now we run with a strict structure whereby all orders comes in at least 2 weeks before the pickup date. And for days that we have a choked workload, more workload, the dates get extended. Depending on the current work situation we have, it gets extended. But for every outfit, at least 2 weeks before the pickup date. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, Christina.
Yeah.
So your hook was you talked about customer satisfaction, inconsistency in delivery. So I want to ask, why that hook? Why did you have to start with that?
All right, thank you so much, Ma. The reason why I started that is something relatable for everyone. I think, if not everyone here, but I'm sure majority of us has always found ourselves in that situation one way or the other. So it's just something relatable, and that is one of the things that prompted me to build the brand. Just a way to create that balance, to solve that problem. Thank you.
All right. So my second question: are you on Instagram?
Ma?
Are you on Instagram?
Currently not, ma.
Why?
Still working on launching the business.
Well, you actually don't have to. Now you've pitched your business to us, and what is in my head is let me check out on Instagram, social media. So beyond the sewing for people, I don't want to call you a tailor, or should I call you a tailor or a fashion designer?
Yes, that's better.
All right. So you should put yourself out there, not just in talking to people. Put yourself out there and put quality pictures out there, high resolution pictures out there. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. So one more question.
All right. So.
This time that we have a lot of, I'm not going to lie to you, if we ask every lady here what their craft is, most people will say tailoring. Tailoring, hairdressing. How do you intend to stand out? And there are some fashion designers who are actually addressing, who are doing well in these your problems identified. How do you intend to stand out?
Right,
even if you are consistent, how do you intend to stand out?
All right, thank you so much. Like a friend once asked me that fashion designing is this and that, but I mentioned something. Fashion designing is not something that you can say you want to continue if you don't have an interest with it. It will surely, like, the leakages will surely be there. Like, people will surely see that this thing, you don't really have an interest in it. You are just doing it as a side also. But for someone like me who have the passion in business currently, and that's one of the reasons that is prompting me to do this, a way of growth, a way of working towards it. So I believe that with this desire in me, and me not stopping now, I believe I intend to achieve more as I grow. Thank you so much.
All right. Sorry. I think to answer your question, to answer the question I asked you, one of the things that helps entrepreneurs stand out is being creative. And it makes you stay on top of every other competitors in that market. Do you understand? So I would suggest that you look into how you can actually be more creative, considering the fact that there are a lot of tailors and fashion designers in the world, in Nigeria, in that sense. All right, thank you.
Thanks so much for the suggestion, ma'am.
All right, so the next. Still for her?
Yeah, for both of them. I think basically the both of you, I think we are pitching for a grant, right? So nobody's saying what you use the money for. That's what I mentioned earlier. So you need to, maybe you don't have to answer because of time, but you need to know what am I using this money for? Because the grant is not just for, right? It's either you have a supply problem or a demand problem. So you need to know what am I using this money for, and you just let us know. Okay.
So because before the answer, I think some are pitching specifically for the mentorship, right? The bride identity and the business finance mentorship. While I don't know, maybe that's why they skip that. Just
okay. Because anytime you are pitching, you just know that when you are pitching, you need to show us your numbers. That's what my guy was saying the other time. Numbers are important. This is what I've done, and you kind of measure it. Then finally, I think a little thing I should add for someone in fashion business, and it also applies generally, is that the IG thing she said is very important. You cannot underestimate how important that is. So you are in 2026, you are first a content creator before a fashion designer. If you know that that's what you want to do, you need to really pay attention to it, because you are not knocking people's door to say come and sew clothes. So how do you want people to know you? You have to pay attention to content and take it as an assignment. What does it take for me to start content and work on it? Thank you so much.
All right, do we have any other question from our judges for both of them or her?
All right, thank you. So you noted a problem about quality, and you want to address it, and you are addressing it. All right. So are you saying that you do not have a solution for the SUs? I'm using the word SUs. People like me.
There are basically, for people like you, okay, you're not pierced, right? Are you? You're not pierced. Yeah, there are clip-on earrings for that.
Okay.
And for the other issues, there are no solutions.
That
So,
don't use at all.
Yeah,
There are no solutions.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. And I must commend your.
Your research is actually a jury. So
Yes.
yeah, no problem. That's just an accessory for you, ma.
All right. Anyway, you put your branding up there. I saw the package. I must commend that.
Yes, thank
It's
you
actually
so
lovely.
much. Thank you.
you.
All right, and right about that, I guess we can tell them to, take a bow while the judges will work on the rubrics, and then we'll get the results real soon. Okay, you can take a bow. All right. So next up, right now we are already we'll be taking the vote of thanks like real soon. But before that, we will not end this conference without appreciating the sponsors for this particular conference. And by talking about appreciating them, they will also have the opportunity to advertise and talk about their business and talk about what they do. Just in a jiffy, about 3 minutes. At least. Yeah. So and with a good round of applause, can we please appreciate the Finance Table? That is one of our valuable sponsors. Can we please jam our hands for him? Alrighty, you can invite the next person.
All right. The next person is BFD Concept.
That's our
BFD
Concept. That's by our person, a graphic designer.
Brand identity.
Blaze Favor. So he's into brand identity. Okay. Now he's around. Yeah. The next is the CEO Tolak Ventures. That's in person of Mrs. Ajayi. Yes, that's the and it's a partnership. Mr. and Mrs. Ajayi Emmanuel. So can we please jam our hands to go for them? So they are one of our proud sponsors for BTS 2026. Then we also have Nobilis Impact Hub. Nobilis Impact Hub. That is in person of our welfare coordinator, Nashide Welfare. So please help us jam our hands for Mama Okweadzura. Thank you so much. Please, we are not seeing you. People want to see you. I see her at the back. She's a humble sister. Alrighty, then the next. Kalitera.
The next sponsor is the Kalitera Studios. Kalitera Studios.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And then we have Delights Parfait.
That's the final sponsor.
Yes, that is our final sponsor. So we are saying a big thank you to our sponsors. And then quickly, we'll be giving the space of time for them to advertise and let us know what they do quickly. So to the team lead, the Finance Table, you're welcome.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much for having us at this event. We really appreciate the organizers, especially from the chairman, Bro Joshua Komolafe. I know he's watching where he is in Abuja. The Finance Table, obviously, I've explained to you what we stand for. So just go type on Google, thefinancialtable.org. Yes, that's our website. Type on IG, The Finance Table. Follow us. Go on WhatsApp channel. Have you followed us on WhatsApp channel? No, you are missing a lot of updates. Go on WhatsApp channel. We'll share the link on the youth church. I think right now you can still search, but at least we have more than 300 followers right now. Go on Facebook, The Finance Table. Across all social media, we are The Finance Table. Thank you so much. And if you want to download our book, we have a book called The Quarterly Approach, sold out for 6,000 naira. You can download it. Just type thefinancialtable.org and you can get it there. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Alrighty, can we jam our hands for him once again? All right, CEO BFD Concepts. You're welcome. BFD Concept, you're shy. Why are you shy? The steppings alone.
All right, good. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for this opportunity. It's a privilege. By the way, I'm Favored Aderwigbe, and I'm the brain behind BFD Consultant. Yes, thank you. By the way, I'm a brand identity designer. So the business or the brand is built around me, and I do. I'm a brand identity designer, and I help brands stand out. I help them, stay identifiable. So that's what I do. And just in case you would like that for your business, you want to be known and you want to stand out as a brand, that when people see something, they'll be able to identify and be able to associate your business very easily. That's what I do. So you can do well to meet me, and also you can follow me on social media platforms. You can check Blaze Favourdara on Instagram, and also Favor Aderwigbe on LinkedIn and on Facebook. So you can reach out to me on any of these social media platforms. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'd like to quickly announce that the results for this business speech will be out on our WhatsApp platform. Please look forward to it. And then the business speakers will be reached out to via the email wherein you applied and then you got selected for this business speech. So the results will be collated and then the results will be out particularly. So next we have the Tolak Ventures. So now I don't know who to give it to. Where am I going to come out?
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. Should I talk like a pastor now as a businessman? All of the above. Okay, let me market our brand also. Tolak Venture is a variety store where you can we sell all you need, whatever you need. So we have products that ranges from phones, we have phone accessories. Yes, we have Tolak cars. Yes, we have Tolak cosmetics. Even we have Tolak cosmetics. Yes, we have Tolak stationaries. We have Tolak oil. And because we are already moving into agriculture also gradually. So if you want to buy palm oil, so we can serve you. So there are a lot of things we do in Tolak Ventures. And we have a walking store at the main market in Ile-Ife. So you can just ask for anywhere. Just ask for, you are going to Tolak Ventures. They will take you right there. Thank you so much.
Gbogbo Nisheni. Thank God. Yes, it did work. We bless God for that. All right, next up we have Nobilis Impact Hub. Yes, you're welcome. I bring that humility forward. Thank you. Yes. Kalitera Studios, please get ready. Kalitera Studios.
Good afternoon, everybody. All right, my name is Omolade Opeyemi, and I'm not CEO yet. I'm growing, actually, but I'm the founder and lead of Nobilis or Impact Hub. Actually, it's in diverse way. We have the Nobilis Culinary, which is based on foodstuff and pastries. Then we have the movement focused on child, like empathy, teenagers, youth, and all that like that. Then the third one is education line. I'm an educator, a licensed and certified educator. So I tutor, I groom as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That's awesome. All right. The Lord continue to bless you too and enlarge your coast in Jesus' name. All right. Kalitera Studios. Yo.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, I'm shy. So basically, Kalitera Studio is a media hub who engages content creators, podcasters, and innovators to help people out with accessing the easy podcast station. And basically, Kalitera Studios enjoy. So 2 years ago, Kalitera Studio was founded in Ile-Ife, by Samuel Oluwagbami and Esther Oluwagbami, which is a sibling cohort. And recently I found out that media space for our generation can be inevitable, because the media space takes basically, Calcea Studios help out people to engage and access the media of, like podcasts. And also, I'm a videographer, a photographer, and I can help you out with your content anytime you need it. We're located in OAU Central Market, Ile-Ife, on campus.
Thank you so much. All right, don't worry. One of the things, the result of this conference is that, you won't just be behind the camera alone. You won't. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm not Delight Parfait, but I'm representing Delight Parfait. So Delight Parfait is a parfait brand. I'll try my best. And we sell the best parfait in Ile-Ife. Yes, those are our converts. Those that we've. So you can patronize us. Just check us, Delight Parfait, on Instagram. Right? It's very cheap and affordable. We have at least 11 ingredients from our. I'm trying to remember what they call it now. Our signature yogurt. To apples, coconuts, granola, àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. But I'm representing her, yes. But if you're a parfait lover, you can just check Delight Parfait on Instagram. You will love it. Thank you so much.
Taste it. I love it. Alrighty, so right about now, we are wrapping this conference as we take the vote of thanks. Can we please jam our hands as we make welcome Pastor Emmanuel Ajayi as he take the CEO Tolak Ventures.
Thank you, sir. Amen. Okay. I hope you are not tired. Are we tired? Please, you can't be tired. You can't be tired. So because I know you've been blessed, your mind is already renewed, and your mind is already transformed, and you're already set for impact. Amen. Are we set for impact? Are we set for impact? This all our speakers, we are very, very happy to have them around. Mr. Odetayo, he had to, because of this conference, he left Kano yesterday, if I'm right. Yesterday, all because of this conference. And please, can you help us celebrate God in his life? Celebrate him better. So you can see that Mr. Emmanuel came all the way from Lagos. Coming from Lagos and to Ile-Ife, I know it's very tedious. It's very tedious. So we really appreciate you. Thank you so much. And everyone that you've considered this program a worthy one to come around and to really have a good taste of what impact is all about. We really want to appreciate you also. Because, see, we are light of the world, Abi, and we must really understand what happens, how to be strategically positioned in the marketplace, so that we can really harness the marketplace for the Lord. Seriously, that's our mission. That is our goal. And my word to you as you go, as we end Beyond the Shores 2026, is that you should go and thrive. You are a bloomer. So I remember Apostle Emmanuel. I used to call him Apostle in the tech space. He said something that you keep saying it. So as you are going, always confess, I'm a bloomer. I'm a bloomer. So I thrive wherever I go. I thrive in my space. Wherever I go, I thrive. So that is what you should take and you should live with. That as you are going, always declare to yourself, always say to yourself, everywhere you go, I thrive. Nothing good dies in my hand. So I thrive. So I think it's a good note to end this conversation. Can we all stand to our feet? I want to appreciate our chairperson and our chairman, they've really done a lot of work. Can we celebrate Bro Joshua Komolafe? Celebrate Sister Fortune so much, and other committee members. Celebrate our hosts. They've really done so much. I want to recommend our host for, you can start a TV show. That is part of the impact we are really craving for. So I can see another Sherlock. I was talking with my wife that, Bro Joshua really fits in the show of Sherlock Imaloye, that he really do very well if he's hosting a TV show. So my word for everyone is that I hope to see you up there. So can you meet someone and greet the person and tell the person I hope to see you up there. I hope to see you up there. So don't forget, TYT services continues tomorrow. So do it to come around 7 a.m. tomorrow. We have our pastor here for Ile-Ife branch. Can you celebrate God in life, Pastor Favor? So 7 a.m. you can come around, and I'm very sure you will surely be blessed. So we celebrate TYT for all that we are doing. We celebrate God in our lives. And if you appreciate what God is doing through TYT, can you celebrate God with your clap offering? Celebrate God. If you appreciate what God is doing through TYT, celebrate God. I know you've been impacted, and I know you can't afford to just play less in your generation. There is much more our generation is expecting from us, and we are leaving a lasting impact in our generation. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming around. God bless you. Till we meet next year. Have a great time.
All right, and I'd say it's right about now we are saying the Lord has blessed us and then we've been impacted. So once again, I am Jeremiah Oyewale, and my co-host is Mercy Moyolua Adeni, and we remain your host. And right about now, we are taking the closing prayer, and we'd like to invite the honor of Pastor Deji Oladikuko as he takes the closing prayer. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. TYC is the church for you, for the youth in Ile-Ife. If you don't have a church, come and join us. The Youth Church Ile-Ife holds service here, 7 a.m. Sunday morning, right? And we hold our online service. So after this, we are going outside to take a group pictures together. Please don't go. We are taking a group pictures together, everyone. Let's pray. Close your eyes for prayer. Father, we thank you for this event. Thank you for how you have blessed us. Thank you for this impactful, blessed-filled event. We thank you for our speakers. Thank you for everyone. Thank you for the Johnny Mercies. Thank you for all that you have done for us. Thank you for the provisions. Thank you for all that you have done and you continually do in our lives. Even after this event, we say be thou exalted in the name of Jesus. I bless us with the blessings of the Lord. As we depart from here, the blessings of the Lord will be upon us. For our online audience too, the grace of the Lord will not depart from you. The light of the Lord will be our guide. Our light will shine. It will shine and shine. In the name of Jesus, this event will not die. It will be a movement for life. And thousands and millions and billions of generations will be blessed by this. In the name of Jesus. Thank you, everlasting Father. In Jesus' mighty name, we have prayed. So if I say bloom, you say what? Have a blessed week. Please, let's move out to have a group pictures. Take a group picture together.
Mm-hmm.